Hello and welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. Got a special co-host from Coconut today. She's gonna be helping us out today while we start our run out with the Watcher. Sorry, here I'll support your little feet. All right, so we can upgrade. We can take Meow's Lament. We can transform 2 cards, or we can do a boss relic swap. Typically, we're going to do boss relic swap because this is the Watcher. She was pretty comfortable there. We could have just hung out a little bit more. I'm not sure why I put her down. But she was looking at that pillow and getting some ideas. Upgrade a card is okay. You can take upgrade on Eruption. Meow's Lament, generally not necessary for a Watcher. Transforming 2 cards is not really a good thing, so you shouldn't pay all gold for that. 3 fights over here on the right. There's also 3 fights on this path and this path before this fire annihilate. So pretty open pathing. We can kind of go wherever we want. Might do the 4-fight path just to get the extra 2 elites over here. Sort of getting 2 elites instead of a fire elite. I guess we can get 3 fights, 2 question marks, and then 2 elites this way. Looks like 2 elites is going to be the limit, too, for the act. I guess we could get a 3rd one if we do a mega elite. So the path for that would be like, do these 3 fights, couple question marks, 2 elites, and then a 3rd. Maybe if the swap's really good and we get lucky with the early fights. Sozu's okay. So no potions this run. Alright, let's see how we do. We don't have lethal. So, starting off real bad, basically. We could kill this one. Then we take 16. I guess we're taking either 14 or 9. Or, I guess it's, sorry, it's, we take either 9 or 13. Because 16 minus 5. So I guess I'll choose to take 9 and split both. Also sets us up to kill him next turn. No, we can't kill the 8 damage guy. He had too much armor. The runs are, you're seeing it. You're tuning in for it. This is floor 1 of the first run, Fierce Crocodile. We were very early on. Conclude is nice. Probably the best damage uncommon in the game. Conclude is pretty insane. There's a lot of good damage uncommons though. Rip and Tear. Talk to the Hand's kind of cheating. It's not really a damage common. We don't have lethal, so I will block and do some damage. And we probably got lethal this turn. We do. Alright, so we took 1 from that fight. Getting vertical tearing. I don't understand why that's happening. You see, I see that? Like the art for defend is glitching out a little bit. Gets cut in the middle. That is very odd. Horizontal tearing is just like you've got VSync turned off and you're drawing 2 frames at the same time, but vertical tearing, that's weird. It's probably because I've got my headset plugged in. So let's go ahead and unplug that. Protect is nice. I like Protect quite a bit. It's a good card. Flurry can be good. I think I would rather like find a deck that wants a Flurry and then put a Flurry in it than like picking a Flurry and trying to force it. Study I think is not an option here. Alright, Vigilance Defend blocks out, get a little bit of damage in with the strike. Seems like a lot of damage. Indeed. Tantrum. That's definitely also in the conversation for best damage uncommon. Tantrum is a crazy good card. Alright. Well, great. Really good card rewards from the first 3 floors. We did take a bit of damage to the double wows, but we're perfect at the other 2. Ooh, getting a curse. That's not nice. Gross. Let's see if we can remove it at this question mark. Nope, it's another fight. Block out the damage, do a little bit myself. So this take 2 damage functions as damage, so we can actually block it. Alright, perfect looter fight. It's a good first hard pool fight. Mental Fortress and Empty Fist both kind of want to get picked. I think Empty Fist is probably getting the edge here. We want to go fight some elites, so it'd be nice to have some damage. Mental Fortress is not that. Sleeves is theoretically pickable. Sleeves is like if you want to build around establishment, you pick sleeves. We do have a protect, so there's a little bit of that there. I'm gonna go for the 2 elite lines, so I'm gonna go Empty Fist. Alright, let's see if we can pull that off. Gremlin Knob first. We'll go into Eruption immediately. No fear. We've got an Empty Fist. Should be fine. It's not fine. Alright, just taking 16. Not a huge deal. Probably getting lethal next turn. Not a bad outcome for the fight. Not a great outcome either, but it's okay. Cut Through Fate, Consecrate, and Evaluate. They all end in an 8 sound. These cards all rhyme. Consecrate, Cut Through Fate, and Evaluate. Evaluate, Consecrate, and Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate seems nice because it lets us go past the Decay without picking it. Draws us to our Conclude. Do a lot of Watcher cards rhyme? I think it's just these 3. None of the other cards end in 8. It would be our 4th attack. We've got Conclude, Tantrum, and Empty Fist. So Cut Through Fate is a little bit steep on the attacks. We do have a Protect as well, so we haven't picked solely attacks. Is Cut Through Fate good at Lagavulin and Sentries? If we're picking against Sentries, Consecrate's a pretty good pick. Meditate, there you go. FPL Panic is on his game. Now I'm just trying to think of more cards. Prostrate, yep. Look at that. There are a lot of 8s. Huh. Well, alright. Today I learned. I think I'm going to grab the Consecrate. We've got two Wrath Enders, and we might be fighting Sentries. We do Conclude already. I don't know. Maybe we don't need to Consecrate because of Conclude. We also have 4 energy and a Happy Flower, so maybe picking a 0-cost card is not a good idea. Happy Flower does say Cut Through Fate, doesn't it? It's been a long time since I found a Deva form. I'm not sure why I stopped finding Deva forms, but like for a while, all of my Watcher decks were built around the Deva form, and then I haven't found the Deva form in like quite a while. It's literally been like I think like a couple of months since I've seen Deva form or picked it. Innate. I think I'll grab a Cut Through Fate. It's open, great, even late. Healing is great. But we kind of gotta take the card remove, right? 33 health is probably enough. Not enough to fight this Mega Elite unless we're perfect, but I'm willing to take that shot. I have to get rid of the decay, so. It is sentries. Ooh, we got conclude, but no wrath enter. It's too bad. I'll take 2 here to develop 6 damage. It'd be really nice to kill this sentry next turn. Isn't Demon Form a huge bait? Nope. Demon Form can be quite good. Snecko Eye makes it good. Just like in a lot of fights, they go long enough for a Demon Form path. I think it gets a lot of value out of strength scaling. Yeah, here's all the Wrath enters. Snecko doesn't make everything good. There's several things that Snecko makes bad. Can we kill 2? It's not just 2 strength. It's 2 strength per turn. Tantrum Strike kills one of them. Eruption Strike doesn't kill the other one, right? 18 plus 12 is 30, yeah. So we would end up taking 20 damage with that line. I guess 15 damage, which is what we're going to take anyway. And then we can guarantee killing this one next turn. Okay. What do we want to leave him at? Our minimum damage next turn is 12. Maximum damage is... Wait, what is the minimum damage? Double defend, protect, strike, empty fist, I guess. Empty fist or tantrum are tied. Cut through fate is higher because it would draw one of the other two. So this does... These two do 18 plus 12, so 30 is the minimum next turn. I guess I'll do 18 so that one of the 18 kills him next turn. I'll spread the damage around. What's your choice, Sozu or Crown? Sozu by a mile. Sozu is so much better. Alright, we have lethal. Really hate Crown. Flurry of Blows seems good. We've got a Tantrum and an Empty Fist. A lot of stance changing going on. We also just picked up a Vajra. Gosh darn it, bot. Alright. 16 health is definitely not enough to fight this Mega Elite, so we're gonna go lefto changeo. There's a shop over here. We have 16 health. Can we carry it through these? Regret is pretty bad. But I kind of wanted to go to that shop anyway. Mega Elite to end the Watcher and get into a fun character. I think, so recently when I've been dying in Act 1, I've just been trying again with the same character. Because I really hate the feeling of, like, if you die in Act 1 with, like, multiple characters, then you're just, like, so tilted. You're just, like, you'll end up losing 6 times in a day or something. I think I'm gonna try it. It's risky and kind of unnecessary. But it's also, like, kind of fun. Alright, let's go for it. Alright. Let's see if we can find some better block. Or we could just kill him. This does kill him, right? This turns into 18. Empty Fist does 9 damage base, so it gets 4 extra. It goes to 13. 13 plus 18 is 31. Strike does 9. Yeah, it kills him exactly. Oh, I have strength too. Got him. There's a rush down. We have a tantrum and a flurry of blows. Seems great. Alright, just one more hallway fight to survive with the curse. Tantrum being a total bro here. Giving us the perfect. Alright. I could see skipping here. I think it's between skip and third eye. Third eye is quite nice. Wreath of Flame is kind of interesting with Tantrum. Opens up some crazy Ragnarok OTK stuff. Sash Whip is our first access to weak. Let's just grab a third eye. Yeah, the Wreath of Flame is definitely like the fun pick here, but I think the advantage of third eye is we have a flurry of blows in the deck, so we can put that into the discard and then draw it, which is nice. Okay, looks like we've survived our Shrine of Gold Gambit. Right, it doesn't take much of an excuse to pick a third eye. There's a Weave here. We can pick like Weave Just Lucky. We're obviously doing card remove. Hey, First Dane! It's been a while. Good to see you around. Let's get some Veggie love in the chat for First Dane showing up. There is pressure points. Pressure points is tempting, as always. Breads and buds. Yeah, everything's going great. There was a new album released by Chris Cornell's family this morning, which is very exciting for me personally. Although it does sort of reopen that wound. Yeah. You know. Clockwork Souvenir is probably not getting skipped, so it's like 92 from these, 160, 263, that, and then, what, 338? So we've got like 135 left. Impatience is theoretically an option. Seems like a bad option. We've got a lot of attacks. It fights a lot with Conclude. Can't get a Conclude out of your hand. Seems like it's hard to proc like water, so maybe we're just buying like a fruit juice or something. Okay. Yeah, I think I like that line a bit. Yeah. I have to go boot up my my Audio Slave Pandora station. It's probably got some new stuff as of today. All right, let's do the stuff. Look at that, 135. We did the math right. Oh, we can't buy potions. We got freaking Sozu. Duh. I think they released it under his name. He was doing some solo stuff at the end, so it kind of tracks. Yeah, I think we just skip here. No impatience. Just save some money for the next shop. Slime Boss is typically pretty easy for Silent. I'm not sure if that means we're taking an upgrade. That seems a little bit ambitious. Upgrade would probably be Third Eye, given the Weave. Conclude's always a good upgrade. Eruption's kind of good. Always feels bad to upgrade Eruption and then take Snecko Eye, though. I think we're probably not picking Snecko Eye in this deck. Flurry of Blows, Weave, and Just Lucky are pretty bad Snecko Eye cards. This deck really wants to talk to the hand. Flurry of Blows and Weave. Or like a Fasting. Kunai. Anything that scales a bunch of attacks. Alright, yeah, I'll go ahead and upgrade the third eye. What does the third eye beta art look like? Oh, that's quite nice. It's a little bit less dramatic than the card art. It's just basically a zoomed out version. I like that a lot. Alright, third eye could get us a Weave here. Third eye Cut Through Fate is likely to get us a Wrath Enter, if that's what we're looking for. And we have 5 energy, so we got a bit of a chance to look for it. Okay. It's not here. We keep the Protect on top just to draw it with Cut Through Fate. Or we could ditch it. I think we're trying to kill him before he, or split him before he attacks, so I think the Protect is not super valuable. So we'll just get rid of it. Conclude is a good way to end the turn. I won't be too greedy. Wow, no Weaves and no Wrath Enters, so the Weave and both Wrath Enters in the bottom 8. That's unlucky. Unlucky, but we still did like 60 damage in the first turn. Rushdown Tantrum can redraw Tantrum. If we Vigilance, we get an extra Flurry in, and it's free. So let's do that. We're definitely splitting this turn, so whatever the max damage is what we should be doing. Okay, splitting at 34 seems good. Can I redraw a Conclude, please? Yes, I can. Watcher is so silly. What the hell? That's just not fair. Think about the slimes. Vault, Scrawl, Brilliance are the picks. Seems like probably Vault. Vault is pretty insane. Scrawl's nice too, got a lot of zero cost stuff. Why did we not get the potion? We started with Sozu, we don't get potions. Chomp, chomp, chomp. We poured it out into our fancy little Japanese garden with a little tipping bamboo thing. You like potions, but you also like the serenity in your soul that you get from meditating in a little garden. Trust me, the serenity's worth it. That extra energy's been helping us out a lot. Yeah, so I think it's between Vault and Scrawl. We don't have any mantra generation. Vault, obviously, one of the best cards in the game. Scrawl is good, and is particularly good here. Yeah, it's the potion pouring through it. Okay. I made more of a clicking sound that time. It's a little bit... It's not really what that sounds like. We do have a bunch of zero-cost cards to draw, is the thing. Weave, Flurry Blow, just lucky. Also, Rushdown Plus will eventually be zero-cost. Eventually, hopefully, there will be like an Inner Calm Tantrum thing going on, so we'll be drawing a lot of cards with that. And Scrawl to set that up makes a lot of sense. But Vault is also just insane. Also, Vault is just good with high energy decks, and I would say this is a high energy deck. We've got 5 energy on some turns, potentially more in just a second. The Watcher doesn't get any potions, but I do. Sure. Can't go wrong with a Vault, right? Pyramid's pretty nice. Bunch of zero cost stuff, so we're not going to have hand size problems. Lets us hold our Weave and Flurry of Blows through shuffles more effectively. Empty Cage could help us go infinite, if that's what we're trying to do. Doesn't seem like we're far off. We've got 1, 2, 3 cards that remove themselves, so we're down to like a 19 card deck. Gotta get down to 11 if you want to do a loop, though. And we would also need to add like an inner piece if we want to do Tantrum loop stuff. Or I should say Rushdown loop, because it works with Eruption too. So I don't think we're probably picking Empty Cage. We did add 2 curses to the deck in Act 1, so if we still had either of those, Empty Cage could remove it. We don't need any upgrades super badly. Best upgrades are probably Eruption and Conclude at the moment. Empty Fist has kind of an insane upgrade. It'd be nice to get Rushdown and Vault, get some extra energy. Cut Through Fate sees more cards. Just Lucky gets additional numbers. The Cut Through Fate and Just Lucky upgrades help us draw Weave more, which is nice. Protect gets a lot of a bonus. Also, we've already got 5 energy sometimes, so the value of going up to 6 energy sometimes is a little bit diluted. Watcher will basically use as much energy as you can give her, so I don't hate it. But I think it's going to be Pyramid. A little bit of a concern about getting your hand full of strikes and defense, since we didn't get rid of any of those. Also, turns that have vaults in them probably fill up the hand a little bit. We do have a lot of card draw, so maybe that's a bit of a concern. Card draw and Runic Pyramid are not great friends. There's also like wounds in Act 2, so maybe we end up with our hand full of wounds, and we feel like we should have picked the Empty Cage or the Fusion Hammer. I think Empty Cage is probably just worse than both of these, so I think I'm just going to talk about Fusion Hammer and Runic Pyramid from now. Yeah, wounds I think are a pretty good argument for Fusion Hammer. We do draw pretty aggressively. I really like Snecko and Pyramid on boss swaps because you have access to additional boss and very likely energy relics. Yeah. Right, that's part of the reason to do boss relic swaps. Thanks for the follow. Tickle My Fickle. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Oh no, I missed Lurker85's follow yesterday. Drat. Yeah, I do really like boss relic swaps. There's like a secret bonus benefit of boss relic swaps is that when you do boss relic swaps, you have more energy, so you get better at things like Pyramid and Snecko, which are things you want to be doing anyway. That's like how you break the game. But also, you can't get the like exchange boss relics. So like the ones that replace your starting relic are no longer an option. So you're removing those from the pool, and you're also removing the one that you got from the pool. So you're more likely to see the really good boss relics like Pyramid and Snecko Eye. Also, there's things that are just super busted from the beginning of the game, like Black Star and Pandora's Box. Pyramid's super good. I don't think we're going to regret picking Pyramid. I think we're going to pick Pyramid. Train. Could line up for a Mega Elite here. Got a Fire before it. We could do a 3 Elite Act 2 with these two and this one. That is the monster train. Yeah, there's a bunch of angels and demons fighting just to, 10 meters from my house. I don't actually, yeah. I don't know why I think about that distance in terms of meters, but I guess it would also be like 30 feet. 0.03 kilometers. We go to shop, don't really have enough money to make that a great idea, so let's probably save the money. Probably want to do some question marks because it's Act 2. And we still have all of our starting strikes and defense, so Ancient Rating is bonkers. Bite's probably good too. I don't really like this path though. It's like 3 fights and 2 question marks, which is not great. Max HP from Forgotten Altar. Whee! The problem with this path is like, do I really want to fight 2 elites and skip these fires? Like maybe I just do this elite and that fire, or like this fire and that elite. I don't know. It's hard to imagine actually like going through this 3 elite path. There is a fire here. It's a little bit of it actually ends up only being 3 question marks, 2 here, 1 there, which is kind of savage. Yeah, there's tons of question marks here. How do we get on that path? We have to either take an early shop or go through 4 fights. 4 fights at the beginning of Act 2 is no joke. You could end up fighting Chosen 3 times. Once by herself, once with a bird, and once with a cultist or something. Maybe that's not possible. I think maybe you can't get both the cultist with the bird and cultist with the chosen fights. If we do go to the store, removing cards is good, because we have pyramids, so these strikes and defends are extra odious. Let's just start here, and then we can make some decisions when we get here. Birds. We can knock down a bird with Tantrum, but then the other bird hits us for 12. And if we don't do that, then we're kind of having a bad turn. We're taking 12 either way, either from 2 birds or from 1 bird in Wrath. Yeah, it does make Vault a little bit worse. That's true. But like in this deck where there's so many 0-cost cards, we might get to draw a full hand anyway. Alright, let's go ahead and knock down this bird. I guess we just kill him. We need to get this Eruption upgraded. 2 costs is too much. Oof. If third eye gets Weave, we can knock one down. That'd be him. Give me that Weave. We didn't get Weave. We did get absolutely beat up this turn. I think I'll keep those. Yikes. I guess I'll strike to spend some energy. Save the flurry until we can use it multiple times to get a split. Ouch. Alright, so they're both equally threatening currently. Let's go ahead and knock him down because he's hitting for 30. I guess we can knock down both, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Knockdown. Prostrate is another 0-cost card. Mantra tends to be pretty good. It rhymes with 8, like evaluate. I don't think I need to convince myself too hard to pick Prostrate here. Prostrate seems quite good. Maybe we don't have enough card draw to pick Prostrate. We have quite a lot of zero-cost stuff. Yeah, I think it should be fine, though. Took a lot of damage to those birds. Yeah, exactly. We definitely... Running out of cards is a real possibility here. Rush down the Eruption's pretty nice, but if we only draw 2 cards, we're pretty unlikely to get an out. Empty Fist, Vault, and I'll count Cut Through Fate, so we get 3 outs. Lethal would also be an out, I suppose. This does 10. The Flurry will also do 10. Actually, this does 10. These both do 28 together. Taking 4 Prostrates. Yikes. Do zero costs fall off later in the game? I mean, kinda. If you're talking about, like, Time Lord specifically. It seems we're receiving a cat delivery. Okay. Cat received. Were you yelling at my wife? Don't yell at her. I'm afraid of taking 22, but I guess we're taking 22 right now, so there's not really any downside. And we could get either lethal or an out. If we want Vault to be an out, we have to play Rush Down and then Eruption first, because that's the only way to have enough energy. Actually, no. Yeah, we will have enough energy. Okay. We got Conclude. Interesting. So we'd have to Flurry Hymns to make sure he dies. And then 28 plus 26. Definitely lethal. Cool. Oh my goodness. We got a Wave of the Hand and a Fasting in the same pick. This seems like a good chance to use my once per game pick 'em all button. Pick them all. What? That button doesn't exist? What's that? Oh no. Hey, guitar. Buenas tardes to you as well. Or, wait. Gosh, how do I keep forgetting what it is? It's a good day. Is that Tardes? Oh my god. Buenos dias, thank you. Ugh. It just is day. It's just day, but in a different language. Dias, dias. Fasting is super nice for the zero cost cards. I would love to pick Fasting. The problem with Fasting is we have Pyramid, and I don't want to get into a situation where I can't clear my hand. So that's scary. But we have Tantrum and Weave and Flurry Blows and Just Lucky and Prostrate, so we should probably pick it. Wave of the Hand, also a really nice card. Also combos with zero cost stuff. Get a whole bunch of weak. We'll get Shard and find a Calculated Gamble. Oh wait, we should definitely pick Fasting. We have frigging Clockwork Souvenir. So for most of the rest of the game, we just get free stats. Doink. Okay, alright. That was a way easier decision than I thought it was going to be. 245 is enough to go to a shop if we want to. This is kind of the decision point where we're choosing what we're doing for the rest of the act. I kind of want to go left and get a bunch of question marks, though. I think card removes are pretty urgent. Yeah, card removes are good. I want to get Ancient Writing. I want Ancient Writing really bad. I want just all my cards to be good. If we get Ancient Writing and we upgrade Fasting, we get 4 stats and our defense block for 8, so we'll block for 12 for 1 energy. And that's just good enough. You can just beat the heart by just blocking for 12 with your defense. So let's go left. Oof, this fight. Alright, I think we're going to wait on Conclude until we've got Wrath mode. Dude, that is absolutely how the heart works. You can 100% kill the heart by just blocking for a bunch. Blowing them up. That's the Watcher way. Third Eye does find Weave. Finds Flurry as well. I'll keep a Cut Through Fate for next turn, but I won't keep a Defend. Empty Fist hits a Plated Armor here. But I think I'd like to play Defend. So we're just going to save all these cards for hitting Plated Armor on a Wrath turn. Um, 12 goes down to 8 with Frail. Yeah, obviously it's less good with Frail, but Frail wears off. You're only really Frail for 1 cycle. Well, we still have to block for a bunch. We have to block for 20 here. Seems like Fasting, Defend, Prostrate, and Just Lucky are all probably getting used. Yeah, but when it's -2 from Beat, it still blocks for 10 if you're not Frail. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it goes down to 6 if you're Frail and you're counting Beat against it. And then it goes down to 5 after the Beat ticks up. But it still blocks for a lot. Okay, so I think we're just going to chip our way through the armor this turn. Because we have to play the Weave to play the Just Lucky. Tantrum next turn is great. I'll keep that. I guess I could just Tantrum now, huh? But I'm not in Calm now, so I don't think that's a good idea. But so that means I can't play... Oh, I can play Cut Through Fate, because drawing is not bad. Oh yeah, why was I thinking you get to... Yeah, I was thinking that 12 after Frail was 8, but you're right, it's 9. I was like, 12 is a multiple of 4, so we'll subtract 4 from it, but it's like, no, it's 3 times 4. I think we just hold here. This is fine. We've only done 1 Plated Armor Doge. I guess I'll take another free Plated Armor Doge, why not? Alright, and now we kill them. We've only got 3 energy. Maybe we just vault and look for what? Is Tantrum Cut Through Fate conclude lethal on Parasite? I think probably not. 7 times 3 is 21. This is going to be 32. 21 plus 32 is 53. Plus the flurry for 10, 63. And then empty fist for... Actually, cut through fate is more damage because of the weave. So it was 63, and then this does 22. So it's 85. Yep, that'll do it. Doesn't really matter what we do, because Conclude is clearly lethal from here. Okay. Mental Fortress definitely can be good. We're changing stances quite a bit. Consecrate's another zero-cost card. To get that scaling. Snake to do some more card draw for the zero-cost cards. I am, like, super biased against Mental Fortress. I started out hating Mental Fortress, and then I was like, wait, maybe Mental Fortress is good. And I, like, picked Mental Fortress a bunch, and I, like, always lost with it. And now I'm back to just hating Mental Fortress. I don't know what it is, but every time I pick Mental Fortress, I die. Doesn't scale with decks either, which is something that we're trying to do with the deck. Safety seems a little bit weak. You should have seen the run yesterday, Jerry Licious. We had a zero-cost defect that was extremely strong. Very, very infinite in a lot of different ways. I frequently say, when I get into the heart fight, that like even the best decks can lose to the heart if you get a bad draw. But that deck got about the worst draw possible, and could not have possibly lost. It won with a fairy and a lizard tail left over. It was not close. Although it did take some damage. It's not up on YouTube yet, but it'll be up eventually. We did free the fairy, yep. Got to the top. Let her go. There's no way to free the lizard tail, unfortunately. I will admit it would have been a nail biter without the fairy and the lizard tail. I think we're just skipping here. I'm not crazy about the Sanctity. It is good. But I would just rather, like, the spot that Sanctity takes up, I would rather have be like an inner piece or something. And I think we're just no on Consecrate. I think it's just not strong enough. Okay, Apparitions. Those aren't bites. Don't you die at the end of Slay the Spire? I feel like when you like blow up the top of the spire, you are there and also get blown up with it. I guess the Watcher like ascends and like leaves behind her corporeal body. Yeah, Apparitions Vault Pyramid Pyramid is very much a mood for a deck, right? It's like a become invulnerable at just the right time kind of mood. It doesn't cost us any current HP, which is pretty nice. You think that floor 56 is just the falling event? It seems okay. We've got a lot of card draw though, and if we're not upgrading these immediately, then we're gonna draw into them, and they're gonna get exhausted, and we're gonna have given up a bunch of max HP for nothing. Being at 34 max HP means we can like die to a single gap turn against like Book of Stabbing or Transient or Awakened One. Puts us in a lot of danger. I mean, it means that it's hard for us to have a gap turn because we have Pyramid and Apparitions and Vault. But I don't know if the risk is worth it. Just having 34 max HP makes it hard to survive Act 4. Yeah, I don't think this deck has enough defensive tools to like safely have 34 max HP, even with 3 Apparitions. Currently, we're like going into Wrath and blowing people up. And that means we're going to take some chip damage. And if we take chip damage at 34, we die. So I think I'm going to refuse these. Snake Plant. Alright, well I would rather have the artifact hit my debuff than his debuff, so I'll go ahead and use that right now. And I'll get Rush Down developed as well. I'll do the strike while he's vulnerable. Strike hitting for 15. Protect, Defend. One of them has a red number, one of them has a green number because of rounding. Or not rounding. The like adding 3 and then multiplying by a less than 1 number. Tends to split a room. Those block for 17. He's hitting for 24. Okay. Let's go ahead and use all the energy. See, there's some chip damage. Hard to say that we're not taking chip. Looks kind of lethal. Flurry, Eruption, Flurry, Weave, Strike, Tantrum, I think is the... Oh wait, we don't have that much energy. Oh, we do. So it's 6 plus 9 plus 12. So 6 plus 9 is 15, plus 12 is 27, plus another 12 is 39, plus 14 is 53, plus 30 is 83. 83 seems like an awful lot. He's going to get some malleable block, but I don't think he's going to get that much. Yeah. Not enough. Second Tantrum seems unnecessary. Crush Joints is okay. This deck wants to talk to the hand so badly. We've even got a bag of marbles for removing artifact charges. We didn't take a Wave of the Hand earlier, which would have been nice. I think we're no on all these. Alright, let's go ahead and rest for a full 20 health. We would only be getting 10 health if we'd taken the Apparitions. And fight some Slavers. Seems like a pretty vaultable turn. Do I defend first to clear out some room? Yes. Having 3 defends in hand seems like more than is necessary. Okay. So now we have 5 energy, so we can Vigilance triple defend, or we can Fasting Vigilance defend. Fasting Vigilance defend blocks for almost as much as Fasting Vigilance triple defend. We're missing 2 defends, but we're gaining 6 extra block from Fasting, so we lose 4 health, assuming that we don't block out, and I'm pretty sure we don't. Yeah, we don't. 6 health to develop strength and stuff. Seems okay. We do have to worry a little bit about being efficient in this fight, because there are wounds coming. So if we let our cards go without getting the maximum value out of them, we will die. And fasting gets the max value, so let's do fasting. Maybe we were supposed to fasting triple defend. I didn't consider that line, but it blocks for significantly more. But it doesn't set up for Eruption conclude next turn. So I think I'm okay with what I did. It's true, we did lose the vulnerable. Alright, conclude setting for 32. I think the idea is we use that to kill everyone. So if we're trying to get you down to 32, we need to do 19 damage, you need 17 damage, and you need 28 damage. This does 21. So we can put that on him. It's kind of a tricky turn, because we have to choose between Empty Fist and Conclude to get out. So maybe we just, like, Tantrum strike Empty Fist or something. There's no Flurry, so we're not getting that back. No Flurry in hand either. Cut Through Fate might be getting played. I could get Weave and Flurry. And Just Lucky. Or Strike or something. Or it could get Tantrum back, I suppose. It seems like we have enough damage, so I'm gonna go ahead and start it. I'm gonna assume we're not playing Empty Fist this turn. Okay, if we're not playing Empty Fist, we still need to do 17 damage to him. I think we want to play Cut Through Fate. It's a little bit over, but I don't know. I guess I'll put the Cut Through Fate on the Taskmaster. We do need to kill him to stop the wounds. These aren't attacks. I need more attacks. Weave is just shy of enough damage to proc Slaver, but we do have lethal now, so... Everybody's below 32? Hiya! Great. Would have loved to take the regen pot. Darn it, says you. Evaluate does say plus on it. It's more card draw for the card draw gods. More zero cost stuff. Blocks for 14 once we get fasting upgraded. 14 is a large number, I've been told. We're about to do a bunch of question marks and then a shop. So this is our last card reward for a while. I think I'm yes on Evaluate Plus. It says plus on it. How bad can it be? Card remove for 75 gold. Yeah, it seems important to get card removes. It is a bit of a bummer to spend gold in a question mark, but whatever. A Smiling Mask. Okay, I guess we're really in on those card removes. The book. We can read this. It costs 21 total health. Let me just check that with the wiki really quick, just to make absolutely sure I'm not murdering myself. It is an Act 2 event, the Cursed Tome. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 15, which is 21. There is a fly. So if we take 21, we go to 7. It seems extremely low, but the book is pretty good. And we could get Waffle, which would be very exciting. The main thing I'm considering when I see Cursed Tome is two things. Number one, if I take it, do I survive? That's very important. And number two, do I have any 2-cost attacks that this is good with? Nerly's Codex and... I guess I have the thing pulled up, so I'll just look at it. Nerly's Codex and Curlden are always good, right? So you don't really need to think about them. Although sometimes they're better and sometimes they're worse, but they're pretty much always good. I would say this is a bad Neuralise Codex deck because of the Pyramid, and every deck is a good Uncurled deck, this one included. But we don't really get any value out of Necronomicon. I think I disagreed. I think we're going to decline this here. Two of the options definitely are good. Best is Encorelden. Neuralise is okay. Yeah, Wallop would be extremely good. But Wallop is an uncommon, and we don't have it. Building around uncommons that you don't have is unwise generally. You could accuse this deck of building around Talk to the Hand, and you wouldn't be wrong. But I think that's a bad thing, not a good thing. So because there's no Necronomicon synergy, and because Neuralise is not really very good, and because it would leave us at 7, and I'm not sure we actually do survive that, I think we're going to turn this down. Oh crap, we got Surprise Shop into Real Shop. The Nightmare. We have a membership card that is not free. This membership card costs the equivalent of 86 gold. Yeah, exactly. 7 health is real low. There is a Wallop here, so if we'd gotten a Necronomicurse, we'd be like snap picking that. Although after the card, presumably. How do membership card and Smiling Mask interact? It says always, so I'm going to presume that Smiling Mask overrides it, and you don't get to card remove for 25 always. But that would be sweet. Does anybody know the answer to that? Actually, I think I'm going to look it up. And Smiling Mask membership card. Yeah. Wait, everybody in this post is saying I believe or I think. I want somebody who knows. I can personally confirm this will set it to 50 even if you have both courier and membership card. Okay. Alright, so it's going to be 50. So if we take membership card, we cannot afford 2 card removes. We can take a second fasting. Is that absolutely insane? Just get all the stats. We could buy a meal ticket as well and skip the membership card. Because meal ticket procs immediately. Get some use out of this stupid double shop. Nothing compared to you. So I was halfway through listening to it when I started it. I'm not sure if I've heard that one yet. When I started my stream. Let's see. Spotify. What have I listened to? Gosh. I don't know how to navigate Spotify well enough to answer that question, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I do like Meal Ticket. We're already kind of incentivized to go to future shops with the Smiling Mask, so if we take a Meal Ticket, we just like go to a bunch of shops and remove a bunch of cards. This shop is not like amazing either. I do kind of hate going to the next shop with no membership card and only like what, 70 gold though. But it's enough for a card remove. But like, what if the next shop has like a Deva form or something that we like really want? If we go to the, if we buy the membership card and go to the next shop, we'll have 74 gold, but it'll be the equivalent of 140 some, which it means it's possible that we'd be able to buy a relic, but unlikely. But it's very likely that we'd be able to like buy a card and card remove. Right, membership card is so good later too. Membership card and meal ticket both have some cross synergy with Smiling Lass because they both want us to go to future shops. Meal ticket is extremely good though. Gets us an upgrade in Act 4 probably. Act 4 is a long way away though. How much does meal ticket end up healing us for? 15 immediately, at least 30 if we go through Act 4. Max is like 60 if we go to 2 Act 3 shops. That seems like a lot of Act 3 shops. I don't know if we want to do that. I think I'll just buy a membership card and leave. I don't think we really need the health. We are low, but not that low. Okay. No card remove there, because if we want a card remove, we might as well do it here. Oh, man. Medical kit's so good. A medical kit with pyramid, too.
Oh, shit.
Trap. Well, we screwed it up. Should have just skipped the shop and bought the medical kit. Oh well. Alright, well, I guess I'll take a card remove. Vegetable wife is absolutely the life of my life. Okay. Let's go. I guess I'll shuffle an insight and go into calm. Being confused is potentially lethal with Runic Pyramid. Oh wait, we're not confused, right? Because it's the debuff, and we have Clockwork Souvenir. Okay. Great. That does mean our rushdowns actually cost real energy, though, or our fasting. Third Eye Double Defend blocks out. And then, like, fasting. I guess if we fasting, we only need Third Eye Defend to block out. So we can, like, fasting, Third Eye Defend, cut through fate. Okay. Hey, there's a weave. Tantrum next turn seems okay. I'll take an exit with it, too. I kind of don't want to play Cut Through Fate now, so I'll play Rushdown instead. Thanks. Save the weave for when we're in Wrath. I hate how retained cards go to the right side of your hand when you, with Pyramid. So weird. Alright, good chance we're getting lethal. If we don't, we can just block for 10 pretty easily. So let's just start doing lethally stuff. We ended up skipping Flurry of Blows because I didn't realize my hand was going to be full. That's too bad. Looks pretty lethal. I'm not a math expert, but it seems like a lot of damage. Um, yeah, let's see. Yeah, it would be nice if Weave was a common. I don't really understand why Weave is an uncommon. It seems like a lot of the Watcher uncommons are like things you want to build around consistently. Like, make Evaluate an uncommon. Make Evaluate block for 3 more than it does and make it an uncommon. Deceiver Goddess has plus on it. I'm a little bit afraid of adding safeties to the hand. Makes it a little bit harder to clear the hand. It does add a lot of block to the deck. It also procs Dex twice, which is neat. Yeah, I don't know. That's a theoretical justification. But, like, it's strange to have cards that are, like, conceptually so similar. Like, they have almost the same text. Be it different rarities? Like, there's clearly no difference in how complicated they are. In fact, you could make an argument that Flurry of Blows is more complicated. I would say it has... Deceiver Guide has double deck scaling. I wouldn't say kind of there. It's split across 2 cards, but like it generates the other cards, so... It's even kind of better than if it double deck scaled, because you can split it across 2 turns. I think the real question is, like, do we need that block? And I think the answer is probably yes. I think we probably do need that block. Okay. Alright, last chance for Ancient Writing. This fight again? We literally already did this fight. Ugh. Evaluate Third Eye, just lucky blocks out. I'm gonna Third Eye first, and if we can find Fasting, we'll cut through Fate instead. That's nice. I don't think I want Vigilance or Rushdown. I'll keep Empty Fist, because I'm getting rid of Vigilance. Alright, I think we're just blocking with I'll actually block with the Defend. We've got Weave in hand, so I don't really want to play Just Lucky unless it's actually getting Weave back. And I don't want to play Weave because he's got armor, and I want to hit him instead of hitting him because he's going to die to conclude. Okay. Fasting costs real energy because we blocked a Frail. Let me grab that tea. Thanks, Dave. Okay, so let's go ahead and play Insight and see what we're getting into. I like the little light bulb that shows up over your head when you play Insight. Alright, looks like we're just waiting on a Wrath Enter to get lethal with Conclude. But we don't have very much block this turn, so maybe we're just going to try and do that now. Maybe we force it. If we force it, that's probably Cut Through Fate. And if we're going to Cut Through Fate, we should play Weave first. So it seems like maybe we should just play Fasting. Get some extra damage on both of those. So that line would be like Fasting, Weave, Cut, Weave, probably just Lucky, Weave as well, and then Defend. So we end up blocking for 5 with that and 8 with that. It's only 13, so we take 12. It's a lot of damage. If we fasting and cut through fate and find specifically eruption, can we still get lethal? We're not in calm, so I think no. Cut through fate has a couple of outs. Vault, tantrum, and eruption I would all consider outs. Protect, deceive reality, and prostrate are also kind of outs. Alright, let's go ahead and just cut through fate without the fasting. We might still play fasting. Okay, vault this turn is great. Let's defend to clear it out of hand, because I'm pretty sure we're getting lethal next turn. And then vault. Hold on, we need to... If we vault now, we hold 6 cards, so we only draw 4. So it's possible that Eruption, Tantrum are in the bottom 3. So I will play the Weave, which gets a plated armor damage, and also draws us an extra card. Okay. We got Tantrum. We don't have Rushdown, so we're not drawing extra cards with it. There's in fact no way to draw cards in his hand. Also, I forgot that Vault means that his armor doesn't reapply, so that damage we did before is actually fairly relevant now. We can actually probably stun Shelled Parasite. But we have lethal. Okay. Tranquility seems amazing. Says plus on it, costs 0, exits stances, changes stances, gains us energy. Seems like everything we want in a card. So let's pick it. Alright. A difficult Act 2, but we've reached the end of it. We are up against Collector. A good fight to have an upgraded Conclude in. Be nice to hit both torch heads. Upgrading Fasting would also be nice. I think we're probably trying to play Fasting before she debuffs. It's also nice to land the artifact charge on one of her debuffs. She does, I believe, vulnerable first. Let me look that up really quick. Collector. It is weak first. Interesting. Well, we don't really care about blocking the weak, so we definitely want to play Fasting in this fight. So we could upgrade Fasting, or we could take 20 health. Alright, let's upgrade Fasting. Need to get ahead of the game here a little bit. Huh. Many of the cards that scry are common, many cards that change stances are uncommon. That's a really interesting take. Yeah, I like that idea. Alright, let's go ahead and develop Rushdown. We have 5 energy next turn. We don't have any way to scry currently. It'd be nice to get Strike and Weave down while she's still vulnerable. But it would be even nicer to play them while we're in Wrath mode. But let's not get too greedy. Alright, there's Fasting. Got that down before the debuffs, which was almost guaranteed, but is now done. Vigilance blocks most of the way out. We still take 2. We can do 18 plus 11, so 39 damage. Can't kill a Torch Head this turn. Protect does block all the way out. So we can just Protect instead of Vigilance. Seems like being in Calm is pretty nice, though. Especially since Flurry of Blows is in hand. Alright, I'll take a couple to damage to enter Calm. I guess I could just block out with defend, but that blocks for 9, so it seems like a big resource to spend on not much. Strike does 22 when we're in Wrath, so it's kind of a resource. But not a huge deal. 16 is also a breakpoint, because we can conclude. Just kills him now. Alright. Probably need to kill both Torch Heads this turn. Conclude is doing 34. So once we go into Wrath, we can Flurry and then Conclude. We're going to draw 2 cards when we go into Wrath, so 3, 6, 8 cards. So we'll spend 1, hand size goes down to 7, draw 2, goes up to 9, and then get the Flurry back. So that's nice. We can't conclude in Wrath mode unless we're willing to block for 26. We actually can block for 26. Not too difficult. So is that it then? Eruption, Protect, Defend. I guess we have Tranquility, but the problem is we want to end in Wrath so that Conclude does a bunch of damage, right? Yes, that is the problem. So it's like Eruption, Conclude, Protect, Defend. Yeah, that seems fine. I'll actually, I think, hold the Flurry. Oh, right, 52. I don't know why I thought that it was going to be 26, but these do not block for 52. Thanks for the call out, Deep Sleep. So we will have to either Tranquility or Empty Fist. Probably Empty Fist. Okay, so then the line is like Eruption, Flurry, Empty Fist, Flurry, Protect, Defend, Conclude. Do we have energy for that? We do. Oh wait, no we don't. Darn. Well, we have energy for Eruption, Flurry, Tranquility, Flurry, Protect, Defend, Conclude. Is that enough? Eruption does 14. Flurry is going to do... We have 5 strength, so 18. 14 plus 18 is 34. Seems like easily enough to make Torchhead dead to 17. Let's see, 42 minus 17 is 25. So we can't quite do it with 1 card, but almost. Alright, I think that's the line. Card draw doesn't change anything, right? Still can't block for 52. It is nice that we could just, like, Empty Fist him, hold the Conclude. Actually, we could Flurry him and Empty Fist him, hold Conclude. And then we have 3 energy to block, so we could, like, Third Eye, double defend. If we're gonna Third Eye, we should Third Eye now while we get Weave back. Third Eye blocks for so much. Third Eye defend blocks for the 26 almost. I guess it only blocks for 22, but... I think I'm going to stick with the Conclude line. So no Empty Fist, but I will do the Third Eye instead of the Defend. So we'll do, like, Third Eye Protect. Vault next turn is not really necessary because there's no Torch Heads. Tantrum seems like a good idea. Cut the Prostrate and the Cut Through Fate. If we conclude we're holding 5 cards, which seems fine, no reason to rush the flurry out. Alright, this is the debuff turn, so it's time for us to get busy, do some attacks. And I guess hold Vault. Tantrum does draw itself here, which is pretty neat. We need to clear some hand room. So we got 3, 6, 9 cards, so Tantrum takes us down to 8 and then draws us back to 10. I guess that's fine. Oh wait, no, it draws us to 11 because it tries to draw Flurry too. It's too much. So I guess I'll just play Defend. I don't want to play Just Lucky until we're in Wrath, because it does 16 damage. Oh, there's nothing to weave. Shoot. I should have Tantrumed first, because then Tantrum would have been an option for scrying. Darn. Alright, I'll go ahead and evaluate to develop an Insight into the draw pile. And Defend to reduce the hand size. No, that's not necessary. Empty Fist reduces the hand size enough, so I'll develop a Safety as well. Okay. I hate the if you scry with 0 cards in the draw pile, you don't get Weave back. I don't understand why that's the case. Alright. Let's clear some room so that we can Tantrum. Guess I'll Defend Tantrum. And then Weave. I want to hold the Conclude unless it's lethal. Because there will be people to hit with it next turn. And it seems like we're just trying to clear hand room now, so I'll double Defend. Alright, might be a Vault turn. Let's start with, let's see, there is a Weave here. So let's start with Tantrum and then Cut Through Fate. Oh wait, we can't Tantrum and Cut Through Fate and Vault. That doesn't quite work. Seems like we're getting lethal. 12 times 3 is 36. Plus 25 is 61. So yeah, we have lethal. Okay. Doesn't matter. Okay. Second Vault seems amazing. Ragnarok is pretty heckin' good with fasting. And Lessons Learned is one of the best cards in the game. Lessons Learned is super good. We do have a lot of misses for Lessons Learned. We got a lot of Strikes and Defends left. Eruption would be nice. Conclude would be nice. Tantrum would be nice. We do have a pretty good number of cards upgraded. Vault would be a good upgrade. Rushdown. Just Lucky. Weave gets a lot of plays. Cut Through Fate. Pretty much every card needs an upgrade. But I think it's going to be second Vault. Hard to skip Vault. Especially with Pyramid. And 5 energy. It's kind of a no-brainer. Okay. We are now taking every 0-cost card we can find. No exceptions, basically. We like really need to load the deck up with 0-cost stuff. Every good 0-cost card, I guess. Joker seems terrible. Calling Bell seems kind of bad. Does the Calling Bell curse stay in your hand? It does, right? It's like stuck in your hand forever with Pyramid. because it doesn't say it does anything at the end of the turn. So I don't think we're ever picking Calling Bell. So I think these are both worse than Skip. Are you... So 4B, I can't tell if you're... Are you trying to troll? Or like... Because like the last 2 picks... I think you've picked some sort of like... I don't know. I guess I shouldn't accuse you of trolling, right? But like... I'm not sure that those are presented in good faith. Dead Seropies? Huh. Dead serious. Okay. All right. Well, any opinion presented in good faith, I think, is a good idea. No, we're not going to glitch the curse. That's cheating. Yeah, I think it's probably just stone here. Can we survive stone? We're gonna need to talk to the hand, or 2, or 4, or 7. What's my limit for talk to the hands? I think I'd probably take like 10 talk to the hands. I think we can survive stone. And I think it's actually quite good. Alright. Donudeka. We're going to need to fight a Mega Elite, which means we have to go here. The shop is not great, but it's a little bit better than it looks like, because we've got Membership Card and Smiling Mask. It's time to see if the... Ooh, man. We actually are forced to go to 2 Act 3 shops, so that we really would have paid off that... what was it called? Meal ticket. That meal ticket would have been amazing. It would have actually healed us for 60. Because we hit 1 here, and then we're forced to hit one of these 2. Wow, that's weird. I even talked about... I was like, 2 Act 3 shops, that seems like a lot. Like, I wouldn't do that voluntarily, but I forgot that, like, I don't get to pick my path here, right? Like, I have to pick the Mega Elite path, and sometimes the Mega Elite path has 2 shops in it. Sometimes it has 0, though, so... what that green mask? Are you talking about Smiling Mask? Are you talking about Clockwork Souvenir? It's not a mask, it's just a little trinket. Okay, jeez, we need a lot of block this turn. Luckily, we have a lot of block. Clockwork Souvenir is the thing that gives us our artifact charge. Yeah, so that's how we've been abusing fasting. It'll also probably block Vulnerable in the Heart Fight, is the plan. 38 damage coming in. We have enough block. 22, 29, 41 block. I guess we just use all of it. We're only overblocking by 3. Okay. Would you take Purity, either by shop or Sensory Stone? Seems like an okay to increase hand space with Pyramid, seeing as Watcher doesn't have any other ways to exhaust cards, but as a way to cull off some of those stinky strikes. Yeah, so I bought, in the run I was talking about yesterday, the Defect run, we bought Purity at the Act 4 shop. It's particularly good in the Act 4, because you're guaranteed to get so many statuses. In this deck with Pyramid, it is good with Pyramid for sure. We haven't had a lot of problems with our hand being full. Obviously, Purity is best with Ironclad, because Ironclad does stuff with exhausted cards, but I think it's okay in this deck. I would definitely consider it. Particularly for this this second shop. Actually, I guess if we see a Purity here, we'd probably buy it. But ideally, we would get it from Act 4. Because Donudeka only has Dazes, and those exhaust themselves. It's possible the next one is Time Lord, which has Slimes, but not guaranteed. Okay. It seems like Rush Down the Eruption is the line here. Hey, Glade Pixie. That is a very cute emote. I love it to death. I just want to pinch its little cheekies. Okay. That one. Alright, let's go ahead and toss some strikes on him, too. And then defend for hand room. That's probably more damage than we needed to do to one Darkling. I was thinking we might need to knock him down, but probably we're trying to end the fight with Conclude soon. So maybe that was too much. I don't think we need to defend for hand size. We have 5 energy next turn. Might need it for block. Sure enough, that is an awful lot of damage. We can, like, Tranquility, Tantrum, Vigilance, change stances a bunch. There's no Flurry here, so it's not, like, incredible, but... we could just Tantrum now. That hits for 24 and knocks him down. It's a lot of block. Okay. I guess we did need to knock him down in an emergency. I stand corrected. He's going to be hitting for 12. He's going to be hitting for... Actually, yeah, we can say it. That uniquely identifies a number. So he's going to be hitting for 16. 12 plus 16 is some number, 28. This blocks for 8. 18. Can't quite get there. Looks like she does more, or Glade Pixie, I assume that you're female. I don't know why I assumed that, but I think it's because your emoji is female. Looks like she does more than follow. She subscribes. Yes, we could definitely use more scribe. That is definitely true. We also, like, super need that turn one, whatchamacallit, fasting. When we don't have it, we feel pretty weak. Hey, 3Dope. Thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Thanks for coming by. I don't think I've... are you Slay the Spire streamer? I don't think I've seen you online before. But I appreciate the support either way. Hope your stream was good today. And welcome to all the 3Dope folks. I'll take just a second to introduce myself. Ooh, you speedrun Subnautica. Cool. I've played a portion of Subnautica, but I haven't beaten the game, and I certainly haven't speedrun it. It doesn't seem like a game that's particularly amenable to speedrunning. Survival games, like, I guess the mechanics are amenable to speedrunning, huh? Because you're like, speedrunning encourages you to, like, stretch out your resources to, like, the exact breaking point, right? And for survival games, you'd probably be, like, in constant danger of, like, drowning yourself and stuff. Thanks for the follow, Big Easy 34. So for all the 3Dope raiders, I'm a game developer, and I am playing Slay the Spire to try and, like, build a community around a certain type of thinking about video games that I have, and then eventually I'll try and sell a game that I'm currently calling Rogue Executive to that community. So that's in development. If you want to try it, there is a playtest channel points reward that'll take you quite a long time to farm up enough points for, but it is it's a fun experience for all. Okay, looks like a vault turn to me. So I think the goal here is to get their health low enough that we can, like, Wrath conclude them next turn. Scry can make that pretty much guaranteed. I guess we have double vault, so we're drawing all those cards. We also have Cut Through Fate, so lots of options for how we want to draw. I think it's like Weave double defend here to clear out some hand room. Weave double defend vault. And I'll go ahead and weave this one. Okay. Crazily, we actually didn't draw our Wrath Enter. We can draw it with Cut Through Fate, but, or Insight, I suppose. If we're going to use Insight, we probably need to get our Weave out of the discard pile, because otherwise we're going to lose it. And we have a Just Lucky and a Cut Through Fate. So we'd like Third Eye, leave the card, and then Insight. Which is kind of strange. But I think it's fine. Alright, so we're trading Third Eye for a Weave. Insight draws the Tantrum. And then we have 1,000,000 damage, which is presumably lethal. Oh, we lost the whatchamacallit? Flurry because we shuffled. Oops. It says 26, so that'll kill him. Don't need that. And then we're way over. Okay, great. Huh. It didn't... Subnautica didn't seem like a game with a lot of accessible glitches. I imagine there's lots of clipping through walls and stuff that's present in a lot of game varieties. Is Crescendo good? What about Empty Mind? Empty Mind is pretty wild here. We have not enough zero-cost cards to keep up with the card draw. And so we don't really need more card draw. I think we need a little bit less card draw, to be honest. Crescendo is more card draw. Sometimes it's energy, but I think we've got enough Wrath Enters that we're kind of saturated on considering Wrath Enters to be energy. Tantrum, it's only one card, but it shows up a lot. Sea Glide glitch. Oh man, that's great. I love that. 4 times faster than normal. I love it. Do people know the strafe jumping trick from oh crap, Quake? Wait, is that Quake? Yeah, it is Quake. Do you consider that to be a bug or like a glitch, or is that like... Is that an intended mechanic? I'm always so confused by that. It's like, clearly you're trying to like limit your interaction with the ground so the friction doesn't pay off, and you're like moving in 2 directions at once because they just add the vectors together. And it's like, clearly that's not how they intend you to move around in the game. Like the original control scheme, I don't know. It seems like it's a bug, but there's like a whole community built up around it, so it's like clearly not... It's clearly intentional now. Which is fun. Alright, it would be nice to get some damage in while he's vulnerable, so I'll go ahead and do the... I'll just play all the cards, I guess. Ouch. Fasting Vault makes a lot of sense for this turn. I don't want to take 22, so let's do it. Alright. We don't have Rushdown, so Tantrum just gets back Flurry. Looks lethal. Watcher. Thanks for the follow, Kleptomaniacist. Kleptomaniacist. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Has anyone ever watched the YouTuber Summoning Salt? I have not. Here, I'll put that on my notes and get back to it. My whenever I look at my notes, I'm always horrified by the previous things that I've been ignoring that are in the notes. The last thing in the notes is breadcam, which I'm pretty sure refers to a sort of like half joke from yesterday's stream, where to make a channel point reward where we make a loaf of bread and then just put it outside and put a camera on it to see if like birds eat it. Histories of speedruns, wow. It seems like that's more interesting than watching a speedrun, right? Watching a speedrun is often just like, I have no idea what's happening. This is very strange. Oh, the game's over. If you're not like part of the community. But, like, the history of it is, like, and then this person found this route, and, like, this person found, like, this exploit where you can, if you pick up a bucket and try to stand on it, you can glitch your way through walls. Is Simmering Fury good? It's more card draw. Cut Through Fate, also more card draw. But like I keep saying, we don't really need more card draw. We have tons of card draw. We need more zero-cost stuff. And we've already got enough Wrath Enters, so I think we're no on all these. Okay. Maybe Cut Through Fate? It's an extra Weave proc. Only our second Cut Through Fate. There's just so much card draw in the deck. I don't think we can do it. If it was a Just Lucky, I would take it, but it's not. All right. Writhing Mass. Yikes. Writhing Mass is coming hard right from the beginning. Now let's try and switch him. Crap. Okay, we're gonna have to switch him with Conclude. And are we willing to risk it? Maybe we just take the curse. We are about to go to a shop. We can just remove the curse for 50 gold. But we only have 165 gold, so I really would prefer not to spend the 50 of it. This is a tough one. Conclude also just, like, does pretty good damage. I don't know. Alright, I think I'm gonna try and take no curse. So we're gonna defend Conclude. Alright, that's an okay one. Alright, Fasting Vault seems good. Alright. Tantrum's pretty nice here. We could toss in a Rushdown to draw some cards. There's no no Flurry yet. We could Tranquility and make the Tantrum Rushdown energy neutral, but I guess we have Empty Fist to rescue us if we get caught. But we can't use Tranquility to get a Flurry back if we do that. Yeah, I think I like Tranquility first. Alright, he wants to hit for 34. I don't want him to hit for 34. Let's see what else he wants to do. 26 isn't too bad. We can block for 26. But I'd like to do some more damage first, so let's go ahead and see what he's doing after Just Lucky. Got a lot of block in hand already, I'll skip the Evaluate. Okay, now he wants to hit for 34. I'll go ahead and switch him again. Back to 26. That was potentially ill-advised, because that leaves me with only one attack left in hand. But I guess that's the right emergency attack anyway, and Third Eye counts as an attack, because it gets us back Weave, so maybe that was fine. Actually, maybe I'll do it again. Get Flurry in the discard, set up Tantrum for next turn. I don't think Eruption's good. Vigilance is good, though. Alright, what else do you want to do? Alright, so now we have to Empty Fist. And he's hitting for 30. Okay. We could switch him one more time, but that could switch him back to his attack, so we don't want that. So I think defend mantra is going to be the end of the turn. We had 3 extra energy, so starting with the call mentor was clearly wrong, but couldn't have done that at the time. All right. And that's lethal. Alright. We managed to not take barely any damage or take a curse. That's good. Prey says plus. We've been looking for our second mantra card for quite a while. I was hoping it would be another prostrate, so that it would cost 0. But Prey kind of costs, I don't know. Prey costs 1, and it's more card draw, unfortunately. Yeah, Prey is like card draw neutral, but yeah, I guess Prey just doesn't cost 0. There's no way to look at it so that Prey costs 0. I take it all back. Prey does not cost 0. So if we pick up Prey, then we can double prostrate, Prey our way into Divinity. We have never gone into Divinity in the run. Prey says plus on it. Alright, let's pick it up. Alright. There's a prostrate. So now, if we pick up prostrate, we are mantra once per shuffle, which is like way faster than we have been. So that's nice. It also just like costs 0, which is apparently enough to be good in this deck. I think we're picking up good instincts too. I was not kidding when I said like every 0 cost card is good. Bag of Prep's pretty incredible. We can't afford good instincts, Bag of Prep, and card remove though. And we might want to save some money for the second shop, which we're going to be forced into. But that's also after a Mega Elite, so I think we need to front load and make sure we're surviving that Mega Elite. We also really need the fasting on turn 1, and Bag of Prep helps us get there. So I think we'll just go all in. Okay. Yikes, Spikers. We did get the turn 1 fasting, that's nice. And we need to block for 10 this turn. We can do that pretty conveniently with good instincts. Leaves us with a 5-card hand. We could spend some energy just for kicks. Which I think I will. And we're overblocking by 9, so we can afford to strike a Spiker here. Hitting a Spiker for 13 is pretty appealing. I think I'll wait for... well, no, I can't wait for Wrath, because by the time I enter Wrath, I will have already wasted redrawing Flurry, so I will go ahead and play it here. We can go into Divinity right now. Prey Prostate. We could even play Vigilance first. If we kill this Spiker, he does less damage than if we let him attack. Feels like we're overblocking a little bit, but maybe that's not true. We are not going into Divinity. For some reason, I thought both prostrates were upgraded. I counted it as 4 plus 3 times 2, but it's 4 plus 2 times 2 currently. I'll just go ahead and play Evaluate to block out this turn. We're overblocking by 4. So we could prostrate strike. Or just not. I think I will prostrate strike. It puts this spiker in conclude range. Good morning, Sablin. How's it going? Alright, now we're frail. We have not played Rushdown, so Eruption does not draw. We have some Weave Just Lucky shenanigans. Hey Talger, are you saying hi to me or hi to Sablin? I guess it doesn't matter, I'll say hi either way. But I feel like I have not seen you in the stream today, so hi to Talger. How's it going? Can we kill the Spirit Guardian this turn? Eruption, Weave, Just Lucky Weave, Cut Through Fate, Weave. Seems like a lot of damage. With 5 strength. So Eruption does 14, the Weave would do 18. The Weave ends up getting played 3 times. 3 times 18 is 54. 54 plus 14 is 68. Seems clearly lethal. Okay. Tantrum next turn is actually terrible. Probably shouldn't have left the Tantrum there. I guess we'll just stay in Wrath mode. Oh wait, if we Deceive Reality, we can punch one. That seems good. Looking for Conclude. But I guess I'll just take Lethal. That works too. Okay. Worship is yet another way to gain Mantra. If we picked Worship, we would actually have First Shuffle Divinity. Very expensive, though. There's another Evaluate Plus. No, I don't think this. Worship Plus has Retain, which is totally useless. Also, hi, Inezbana. When you calculate lethal for one enemy but end up killing all 3, yeah. Yeah, that's the Watcher. I think we're skipping all these. And resting. Yeah, after skipping Apparitions, we've rested like 3 times, so getting double value out of those rests seems pretty important. Metallicized Giant Head is, I think if I got to pick my Mega Elite, what I would pick. Giant Head is not very good with Metallicize, because your slow does extra damage to the Metallicize. Or you do extra damage to the armor because of the Metallicize. So he's like one of the weakest ones in absolute terms, but then also this deck is just super good against Giant Head, so pretty sure this is the absolute best case scenario. You pick Strength Head? Yeah, Head is also weak with Strength, that's a good point. But Strength Head, like, does hit harder, you know? Like, you take extra damage from Strength Head. Like, this attack hits harder and stuff. Alright, turn 1 fasting, seems good. Evaluate blocks out. We've got 5 cards. We could play Defend just to clear some room. I think I'll play Defend and Deceive Reality to clear room. We don't have to go off this turn. We can go off next turn. So I'll keep Weave and Flurry in hand. Still no Wrath, so I think we're just chilling this turn. So I'll just play some block cards. Still no Wrath, but we might find it with Insight. So we can, like, Vigilance Insight. Or I guess Tranquility Insight if we really want to go all out for this turn. But then if we don't find it, it's kind of sad. Vault is also super good against Giant Head, because he keeps his slow procs when you Vault. So you can build him up for 3 turns with this deck. as though we needed to build them up for 3 turns. I guess we could Third Eye as well. Third Eye Insight is much more likely to get a Wrath Enter, but it does mean we have to weave while we're not in Wrath, because we want to weave before Third Eye. But that's okay. I guess I'll Tranquility first to get an extra slow proc for the weave. No Wrath Enders, but a Vault I think is good enough. I kind of like keeping all of this, because it just goes so fast next turn. And next turn is this turn, right? With the Vault. Okay. And then we need to clear some room, so let's weave and flurry. Should have played the Insight before those, that's a small mistake. And Strike Vault. Yeah, we can't afford the fancier plays. Alright, we got the other Vault. And we got an Insight. I think we're probably developing like Rushdown this turn. And vaulting again. And then killing him next turn with whenever we finally get a Wrath Enter. We might actually get one this turn with Insight. So let's start with Prostrate Insight. Okay, there's one. Cool. So now we can play like Rushdown and Good Instincts for slow procs. We've got 3, 6, 8 cards in hand, so Tantrum is safe. Do we want to play Tantrum yet? Yes. It's a bunch of stuff we want to be in Wrath for. Alright. Flurry's hitting for 41. Do you think we got him? I think we got him. Let's go ahead and get the Tantrum again. Yeah, we have 16 slow procs, 5 strength, and we're in Wrath mode, so those flurries are pretty good. I think we're gonna Vigilance just for extra slow. No, wait, that's stupid. I want to be in Wrath mode. Yeah, let's stay in Wrath mode. And just for fun, we can actually keep building up the slow for another turn. We could Vault here. We obviously have Lethal, but we could Vault and keep building it up. Now, let's just conclude. Let's put Giant Head out of his misery. We don't need to torture Giant Head here. It's not what this channel's all about. Consecrate is a 0-cost card. That's really stretching the limit for pickable 0-cost cards, but I did say it would take any. Although I amended it to any good, which is a total cop-out. Rushdown gives us more card draw. Third Eye Plus gives us more card draw. Third Eye Plus is also just amazing. The deck actually has quite a few insights now. We've got Pray and Evaluate. So being able to do things like Third Eye Insight is pretty valuable. We have 1 Third Eye and 2 Cut Through Fates for our scrying. Actually, wait, do we only have 1 Cut Through Fate? We only have 1 Cut Through Fate. We do have a Just Lucky as well. Seems like we could use an extra scry card. Third Eye says plus on it. Man, really wish that I was offered more Just Luckies. Just Luckies are so good in this deck. They get the scrying for the weave. They get proc both halves of fasting. I apologize for no Giant Head bullying. I didn't realize there was such an appetite for bullying Giant Head on Twitch. If only I had known years ago. It's true it's true, our general appetite for defensive cards is a little bit lower. I just can't stomach taking a Consecrate. We did set up Happy Fire, that's true. Second Rushdown seems really unnecessary. There's too much card draw, and not enough cheap stuff in the deck. I also have a tough time skipping Third Eye Plus. Blocks for 13 with fasting, which is just tasty. Helps us find fasting, too. Helps us avoid statuses. Finds Weave. Vault. All kinds of good stuff. Alright, fine. Okay. We're gonna let his thing take the... I kind of don't want to, but I think I will. I'll let his thing take the debuff. He will try and reapply it, so this ends up wasting a bunch of his time. We need to get down to 5 cards, and we probably need to spend some of this 6 energy. But I kind of want to hold on to my block. I think the line here is just Eruption. Maybe Third Eye. Yeah, let's do Third Eye. We can set up next turn. Concludes good, strikes are bad. I'll keep it Deceive Reality too. They defend. Alright, he's hitting for 38. We have Vigilance if we need it. Or we can just try and block for 38. Seems like 38 is a pretty high high watermark here. I don't know if we're getting that far. No card draw, other than Third Eye if you count that. Let's go ahead and see what that is. 2 Vaults for next turn. Good to get a Flurry. I don't think we need to Cut Through Fate next turn. Seems like we will need a Tantrum because I think we're exiting Wrath here. Let's go ahead and exit now. Then Prostrate blocks out. Need a little bit more hand room. So we'll use the Flurry and a Defend. Yeah. And then we'll set up a safety for later. Alright, he is reapplying the debuff. And I think we are going to kill him before he manages to pull that off. No Rushdown has been developed, so this does not draw cards other than Flurry. Conclude and Vaults are fighting a bit here. What about Empty Fist Vault? We need to get back into Wrath by the time we play next Conclude. I don't know, maybe it's just like Good Instincts Defend Vault. Yeah, let's just stay in Wrath. There's the Rushdown. Well. We're dropping frames? I don't see any. Oh yeah, sure enough they are dropping some. Yeah, I can hear my wife's on a call. Sorry about that. I do a thing where I'm thinking where I like put my hands near my mouth, and then when I'm watching the YouTube video later, I realize it like totally changes my voice's relationship with the microphone. So I need to stop doing that. But it's hard. Well, I want to play Vault again because I want to draw... Draw what? Maybe we just end this turn with Conclude and hold the Vault. Yeah, the Slay the Spire backgrounds are underappreciated. There's a lot of visual interest going on there. Thanks for gifting the sub Pixel Noise, appreciate it. And presumably you've targeted that at 3 dope for the raid earlier. That makes sense. Welcome to the Vegetable Batch, 3 dope. Or I guess thanks for loafing around. I don't know. I guess welcome to the Vegetable Batch is more appropriate if you are gifted a sub. I'll use that. How about that? Okay. Let's get this conclude out of hand. Develop Rushdown and Pray makes some sense. I think we're just clearing a Defend out of hand. And Prostrate as well, just for hand size. And then ending with Conclude. Okay. Now we get lethal, seems. Okay. A flex pot that we can't drink. Hey, there's a Just Lucky. After years of talking about how good Just Lucky is, finally one shows up. Ooh, Money Money Loot is vouching for 3 dope. Wow. That's incredible. Okay. A Singing Bowl. It's up against going to Act 4. I would like to go to Act 4. Hi, Money Money Loot. How's it going? Alright. Have I put myself in the position where I have to recall at the final fire? It looks like I have. I was unaware that this path had so few fires. I guess my standard operating procedure would have me recall here, but here I was at like 16 health right before I Mega Elite, so that doesn't really seem like it was an option. I guess this is just a dangerous route and there's nothing I can do. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, Pixelmoise. Okay, this seems like a dangerous fight. But we have Gremlin Horn. Ooh, first coffee. That's a feeling right there. I can feel it through the internet. That's true. Ripto could have wing boots. That is possible. Even then, we'd have to like wing boot over here. It's the only other fire. You were married to Reptomancer? I had no idea. Try to be more sensitive in the future. Now that I know. This eruption is frustrating because it does 21 damage, just a bit off. Could I get a round up on eruption one time? No. The rules are the rules. They can't be changed. But we can kill one dagger and hope we draw more damage. Which I think is what we're going to do. Ooh, we did. Got him. Now we get to conclude. I guess she's summoning, so I'll hold the conclude. And, drop the defend. Okay. Summoning and attacking for 70. What? It's probably going to be a vault turn. And then next turn we'll conclude. If we can manage to stay in Wrath the whole time. The problem with Conclude is we want to end in Calm, but then Conclude doesn't kill daggers unless we're in Wrath. And it ends the turn. Thanks for the follow. CVW. 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 Okay. Those are all letters. We could just conclude right now and die. Seems like a bad option. We could do it. Flurry comes back when we change stances, so we could like Empty Fist and Flurry and do some stuff, and then Vault. The purple key is only available in the first Act 3 shop, costs all of your remaining money, but acts as a wild card and can take the place of any other key. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, it does seem like shop is the next resource to get skipped, right? Or the next resource to be made more difficult voluntarily. Okay, so let's develop Rushdown and play Empty Fist. Oops, I should have played Strike first. I was going to play Strike this turn. I guess that now that I've exited Wrath, maybe I won't. I was going to Vault, and I need to spend one more energy. Alright, I'll just play a Strike that's slightly embarrassed. Alright. I got it, CVW. It took me a second to puzzle out, but I said they're all letters. I knew. No Weave. So, just lucky, and the third eyes are a bit sad. We can both have got it. It's allowed. Also, no Wrath Enter, which I was kind of depending on. And no way to draw cards. So Flurry of Blows is fairly decent if you can change stances. It's okay. I'm never happy about Flurry of Blows. It's definitely not my favorite card. I mostly, I wait for a deck to be good with Flurry of Blows before I pick Flurry of Blows. I don't ever, like, take Flurry of Blows speculatively. It's not good enough to take speculatively. Alright, let's third eye and see if we can find a Weave. If we can find a Weave, we probably conclude this turn in either Calm or non-stance. We just block out the 35. We can block 35 pretty easily. Yes, yeah, if you have any of the ninja stuff, then it's good. It's also good with Talk to the Hand or Ornamental Fan. Lots of good ways to make Flurry good. But even then, I don't think I'd take a speculative Flurry. If you're on floor, like, if somehow you got a kunai from Meow or from, like, floor 4 or something, I still don't think I'd take a Flurry. Maybe I would. I probably would. I love kunai. So, there you go. Ignore everything I'm saying. I'm lying to you. Ooh, Money Loot has redeemed playtest. That's exciting. Let me drop you in the queue. Excellent. You'll love to see it. If you're a Money Loot fan, and we all are, this is a big day for you. Defend is bad. How many ninja relics are in the ninja set? For me, the ninja set is just kunai and shuriken, but then, like, there's a bunch of other, like, cards that are kind of cross-synergistic about it. Is Just Lucky good next turn? Yes. We won't be shuffling, so it'll still get back Weave. Alright, so we need to kill those daggers. Maybe we kill a dagger to draw a card with Gremlin Horn, because the top card of the deck is currently Just Lucky. That's quite good here. So we could, like, Weave Just Lucky Weave one to death. Yeah, that seems great. I'm no on Evaluate. Okay, so Conclude currently kills the last dagger. So we just have to find a way to spend 4 energy and block for 10. We have 6 cards in hand, so I want to get rid of one. I guess that's going to be Defend. Why is there no relic that gives you focus when you play 3 attacks? Because that would be insanely strong. Anything that infinitely scales focus is, like, way out of bounds for power level. Pretty much the only way to get infinite focus is insert or consume. I guess creative AI and wait for an extremely long time. But there's, like, a pretty good reason why there's not very many the only repeatable focus scaling is consume. Yeah, focus is way stronger than than strength or dex. Because focus can give you 10 block per turn, easily. I mean, not that easily, but achievably. I guess that dex can give you 10 block a turn, but that requires you to play 10 cards. And that's a lot less realistic than having 10 orb slots. Okay, we have rush down, so we need to clear hand room before we tantrum. Yeah, it's true. 5 halts, 5 deceive realities. There are other ways to do it. I didn't actually clear hand room. I said I was clearing hand room and then didn't do it, which is cool. Let's put Flurry and... oh crap. I was going to say let's put Flurry and Weave in hand and then shuffle, but we can't actually do it. I wanted to use Third Eye to put Weave in hand, but I can't do that because I currently have 0 cards in the draw pile, so it wouldn't get Weave back. So I guess darn. I guess Prey puts a card in the draw pile. Yeah, okay, we can do it. Alright, so then we'll Third Eye for the Weave back. And then Tranquility for the Flurry back. And then, let's see, 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so Tantrum draws 2. Okay. Not sure why I went to all this trouble. It didn't even shuffle, because obviously, but I have lethal like a million times over, so let's just end the fight. Collect, conclude, reach heaven, nope. We don't need any of those. Reach heaven does theoretically generate a 0-cost attack, but I don't know, maybe reach heaven's good? But reach heaven is like on average a 1-cost thing, so What about mantra for playing 3 attacks? Yeah, that would be not powerful enough. With focus it was too strong, but with mantra it's like doesn't even really do anything. It's like hard to even get. I would 1 mantra per turn for playing 3 attacks is fairly reasonable. I think that's within the bounds of what could be made. But that's also like quite complicated. Is Bottled Flame a take? Probably goes on Tantrum, right? A mod to rebalance numbers myself. Yeah, that would be nice. Be like, I don't like this number. Let's change it by 1. Yeah, I don't think such a mod exists currently. Which I'm honestly a little bit glad about. I have, I don't know. I would change too many numbers, right? I would change numbers such that they, like, just are way different, and then other things would be unbalanced. I don't like my win rate. Let's change it. So Bottled Flame, it's probably going on Tantrum if we pick it. I guess Weave, actually, is pretty reasonable. Bottled Weave is, like, not much of a dream. It's very conservative. Pixel Noise, you said discussion time, but I don't see what the... Are you talking about the number mod? Yeah, I would change too many numbers. It's like... You're in favor of more options and need to make assumptions in order for options to be bad. Interesting. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think we're just no on Bottled Flame. There's no attack that, like, if there was a Talk to the Hand in the deck, we would bottle it for sure, but there's no Talk to the Hand in the deck. Weave is the closest thing we have to bottle, because it, like... Maybe we should bottle, like, a Cut Through Fate, and then upgrade it. Bottled Cut Through Fate's pretty good. Because then that's, like... helps us live the dream of getting fasting on turn 1. You mean your arguments against adding options require you making assumptions about the user's feelings or expectations having options presented. Whoa, dude, I don't even... What? What? I think I'm missing, like, the frame of what you're talking about. Like... I also like options. But I don't... Like, what's the context? Arrest this man. I think bottled Cut Through Fate would be good if it was a Cut Through Fate Plus, but we don't have a Cut Through Fate Plus. You mentioned you don't want the option to change numbers because you would do it too much. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think that if I had that mod installed, it would be not a very short amount of time until like viewers came to the channel and they're like, "What's happening here? All these numbers are way different." And I'm like, "My dream is all true. It's perfectly balanced and way different than it was before." And it's like, yeah. Then I'm just making my own game, which is, you know, which is something that I will do if given the tools and opportunity. Yeah, I think we skipped Bottle. Sorry, Bottled Flame. I don't think Bottled Flame gets enough crap for being the worst relic. I think, like Juzu bracelets and like the boot got a lot of crap for being a terrible relic, but like Bottled Flame is one of the few relics that's so bad that you often just like, nope, I'm not even, I can't do it. This makes me worse. I want to pick zero cost cards, but Deep Breath and Master of Strategy are not the kind of zero cost cards I'm looking for. Because I want they draw more cards. I don't want to. I want things that are card draw negative. Frozen Ice seems absolutely insane in the deck. There's 2 vaults. Being able to plan when the vaults happen. Who gives crap to the mighty boot? Only those who are foolish, Aragon, I assure you that. Or Aragon. This is outrageous. I'm going to send Nemesis after anybody who speaks ill of boot. Nemesis will find you, and he will remind you. Boot value. If by Frozen Eye we can't afford anything else, that seems fine. Frozen Eye seems completely busted in the deck. But it also means that the rest of the run is going to take approximately 3 times as long. Decks with lots of scrying and Frozen Eye are like real mind melters. So I think we're going to have to like strap in if we're going to click that button. Which I think I am going to click. We don't have quite enough to afford Wallop. Wallop is nice. Man, Frozen Eye, a bunch of scrying, and Runic Pyramid. Alright, well, we could buy a second fasting, that's true. It would also take us to 0 gold. Very appealing, aesthetically. If we do Frozen Eye and then fasting, I believe you're guaranteed to get a free red mask right here. I think that's exactly what happens, is you go here and they're like, would you like a red mask? It costs 0 gold. Which would be pretty amazing. Alright. I'm going to click this button. I'm still not sure about this button. Seems like a lot of stats. We have 6 energy sometimes. We should probably just do it. You forgot what the boot does? I mean, the boot just increases your win rate, right? So it just takes a look at what your current win rate is and adds like 10% to it. So that's what the boot does. It's does that. It's like Tori but reversed and then also reversed. It's Tori reversed twice. but not such that it becomes original Tory. We're talking about a different algebraic space. This is a non-one-dimensional. Yeah, it seems like we've got enough energy. We're not going to upgrade anything else in the run. Except for maybe at the Act 4 fire, I guess. The problem is, like, I think in Act 4 we're probably letting the heart take the artifact charge. So we'd probably end up with a useless fasting. And the heart is pretty difficult. Ah, whatever. Okay, alright, good. Winding Halls, this is not what I was promised. This is a whole different event. These do cost 0. They make other things cost 0 too. Helps us clear out our hand. We could, like, decost our Tantrum to 0, or, like, Protect. Vault. Third Eye. It seems like we don't really cycle the deck fast enough for Madness to be good, and 12 health is quite a bit. Oh yeah, I've lost a Tory Tungsten Rod run. It's good, but it's not, like, unbelievably good. Yeah, I'll just retrace steps here. No, thank you. Maybe we should have taken the health there, because with Frozen Eye and a bunch of scrying, we're, like, very unlikely to actually draw the curse. But okay, nope. I'm willing to risk a Sanctity to try and find a Ragnarok, right? Ragnarok with 2 fastings is just too good. I'll take another Third Eye if I'm forced. Alright. No Ragnarok today. Also no Red Mask, which is unfortunate. Second Writhing Mass of the run. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at our Prophetic draw pile. It sounded like I said pathetic, but I said prophetic. Prophetic. I don't know how to pronounce that word. You know what I'm saying. It sees the future. Weave is next turn, as is Tantrum. Seems like we're not going to have any trouble getting through his armor next turn, so let's just block out here. Double Defend Prostrate clears out some hand room. Okay. We can see into the future, but we don't know what Writhing Mass is going to do next. What does Rushdown draw? These two. Nothing particularly useful. We can cut through Fate to draw Flurry. The most we can get this turn is up to, like, Conclude. If we, like, get rid of cards with Just Lucky and draw with Rushdown Tantrum and cut through Fate. Oh wait, we have a Third Eye. We can get way deeper. So let's start with Third Eye because there's a Flurry to hit. And then we can make Rushdown Tantrum draw Good Instinct and Deceive Reality. And then we can draw into Tranquility with Cut Through Fate. Seems pretty good. Thanks for the follow, Dwindling Storm. Dwindling Storm, you've been here a bunch. How have you not followed? But thanks for your support, I appreciate it. This is for 21, which changes his thingy. Now he's hitting for 60. And that is just too much. I don't like it. So the next step in this grand plan is to draw Tranquility, I believe. I guess we could... If we played Just Lucky and Cut Through Fate, we could draw Vault. Thanks for the follow, Murano1. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Drawing Vault is not actually very good because we are in Wrath mode, and we only have 2 energy, so we're going to need to find something a little better than that. So I think Tranquility is the plan. Okay, I think we're pretty comfortable with him doing that. So we like Deceive Reality, Good Instincts. Oh wait, we're already blocked out if we Tranquility, Good Instincts or something. I guess Tranquility, Deceive Reality is what we would do. Or we could stay in Wrath mode and just play Tranquility, Good Instincts. Overblock a bit. Yeah, I'd like staying in Wrath. Okay. Come at me, you big pile of spaghetti. Alright. Thanks for the follow, Schmooze. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. And welcome to all the new followers. Wow, lots of people coming in. Could probably vaulting this turn. So let's start by doing a bunch of damage, I guess. It's another fasting. No, I don't think we need that. Sorry, I keep forgetting I can see the future. No, that's fine. Sorry, I don't mean to criticize Dwindling Service. You're obviously welcome to watch without following, or chat, or not chat, or whatever people want to do is fine. I just thank you for hanging out. Alright, more Just Luckies. We don't need Third Eyes. Vault's actually not amazing here, because his Malleable stays up. So not the greatest fight for Vault. Jeez, 117? That is just too much damage. I do not like it. Let's go ahead and develop an Insight, and then Vault on him. Got the other Vault too. We do have Rushdown developed, so Empty Fist, Eruption would draw some cards. Or Vigilance Eruption, same thing. Vigilance Eruption is a little cheaper, and then we can end with Empty Fist. I kind of don't want to Vault again. I think maybe we just, like, Tranquility Protect now. Actually, just Tranquility. He's only hitting for probably 19? Let's see. There's no way to weave, or to get weave back. So I'll just strike to get it out of hand, and hold the rest. Just to reset the Malleable. Oh wait, I was supposed to defend. Oops, I took one. Oh well. I guess the only defend left in hand was the Protect, which is kind of a big resource. Alright, let's kill him. Where's the weave? Not particularly soon. 25 is lethal. Great. Did end up taking one on accident. We took our third Vault here. I guess so. Even more card draw, which we don't need. The follow-up does cost 0. But, it's Vault, right? So, I'll take Vault. Have to recall here if we want to go to Act 4, and we do. Alright. first Act 3 boss. Got a vault on turn 1, because of course we did. Probably playing both fastings in the fight. The other fasting is at the bottom of the draw pile. So this turn's probably just like fasting vault. And then we try and block 26 next turn. Vault is probably just the best card. It's like Vault versus like Apparition if you're willing to cheat, and then like Wraith form if you're not. Yeah, okay. I guess we can actually block out in hand, so we could hold the vault. I don't really want to hold the vault, though. I kind of want to kill Donu before he ever attacks. I'm not sure that's reasonable. It's not, like, likely to happen. Actually, can we make that happen? Because we can just project the whole fight into the future here, right? So, let's take our time and see exactly what's going to happen. Okay. So if our goal is to vault and kill Donu before he buffs even a single time, we would vault, draw these 5 cards. Just like it would hit Weave, which is great. We'd probably Tantrum first, which could theoretically go in front of Weave, but is unlikely. Yeah, unfortunately, the 2 other vaults are like way deep in the deck, so I don't think we can take 4 turns in a row here. I would love to take 4 turns in a row, but it doesn't look like it's an option. Looks like just 2 turns is the limit here. So we vault, we Tantrum, that does 21 damage, and then we Just Lucky, get rid of the Weave. We actually almost can get to the next. Maybe if we evaluate and like can manage to draw the Insight, because then we could get to Third Eye, and Third Eye could get rid of this whole package, and then we can almost get to that vault. I think we can't though. I think it's too far away. We need like a Golden Eye for this deck to be able to do that. Alright, so if we're not killing Donu this turn, then let's hold on to Vault, and let's develop the Insight. That lets us Third Eye this turn too, which lets us manipulate what's going to happen in the future better, which is what the deck is supposed to do. So let's evaluate first and see where the Insight goes. It is not soon. It went here. So we basically already have to draw to the... It just went where the vault goes. So it's the same distance into the future. Fine, be that way. I think we probably want to get rid of... like, Protect and Eruption. So then we would draw these 5. Maybe we Cut Through Fate and then Third Eye, so that we can get rid of the Weave. Cut Through Fate can draw Just Lucky, and get rid of the Protect. Or it could draw Tranquility, which I don't think we need currently. We definitely want to kill Donu before Donu attacks, right? I guess if we're not killing Donu before his first buff, then we're just hoping to kill him before his second buff. It doesn't really matter if he attacks again. What matters is if he buffs. So if we're trying to get the maximum cards, then we Just Lucky, or Cut Through Fate and Third Eye this turn. And we either take Tranquility or we take Defend from the Cut Through Fate. So we'd rather take Tranquility, right? Because then we can theoretically draw with Rushdown or something. So we take Tranquility, mill all 5 of these cards with Third Eye. The next turn we draw these 5. And Third Eye lets us see this vault and like rush down an Insight. But doesn't let us get there. I guess then next turn we would like Third Eye vault, and then we'd have all the vaults. So that does accomplish the task of getting all the vaults. And we've got a couple of turns of play with that. We don't have to scry every single card possible to get that line to go. We just basically have to hit this third eye next turn. Which means we have to play the third eye this turn, but we were already going to do that. The unfortunate thing if we cut through Fate and third eye this turn is we're going to draw the Ascender's Bane, which it seems like we should be able to avoid. So maybe we hold the... what if we hold both and draw these 5? Because then Just Lucky can get rid of Weave, and then the third eye in hand can clear out these. And then the Cut Through Fate in hand can draw this third eye. And then we get rid of these. But then we can't draw the Insight. Well, and then we vault, right? So, but that's too many cards. Can't play that many cards. Alright, I think the best line is Cut Through Fate, third eye. Yeah, I do like the third eye plus art. I think I'm going to take the Just Lucky. It seems like we don't need to draw every single card, and the Just Lucky is quite good. Definitely doing Weave and Prostrate. I don't think we need Eruption. I'll take Deceive Reality for safety. How do we feel about Tranquility? So if we do this, the next turn we draw these 5. So we have to leave... We have to get rid of at least 3 cards if we want to draw a third eye. We do want to draw a third eye. If we get rid of the Tranquility, we get an Empty Fist. So we get a Wrath exit either way. If we get rid of the Deceive Reality, we get a Strike. I think I'll keep the Tranquility. The extra energy could be useful. Alright, we've got 5 cards. I think we're done. Just Lucky would block out. But we have a card on top that we just kept, so presumably we'll want that one. Okay. We need to either block for 32 or kill Donu this turn. Quote-unquote, this turn. We can make this turn go on for quite a while with Vault, so I think we're presuming that we're killing Donu here. So we're not going to block. Which means we want to play Tantrum. Rushdown is out of scope for this turn. Will get played next turn, so we don't need to wait on that. Flurry is not in the discard. It's next turn. So we can't get that. So we'll start with Tantrum. Where did Tantrum go? Tantrum's very soon. Wants to show right back up. We are using 4 energy here for Third Eye and Vault. And then I think the last energy is just getting rid of a Defend. Let's see, if we use Third Eye, Extender's Bane exhausts, Vault exhausts. So we've got 1, presumably we're playing Just Lucky. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. So we don't need to exhaust anything particularly. We can defend just to get rid of it. It seems like we're not going to need to block this turn, so I think I do want to get rid of it. Wait, what is Just Lucky doing? Is it getting rid of Empty Fist? I think, we have to scry away at least 4 cards to get Vault up. So 4 of these are going away. 4 at least. And I think those 4 are probably Empty Fist, Strike, Prostrate, and Vigilance. We've already got a Calm Enter in hand, so it's going to be these 4. Which means that Third Eye can already do it by itself, so we don't need Just Lucky to hit anything right now. So I think we just leave the Just Lucky in hand. We have extra hand room, so... Alright, the next turn, we can use Rushdown, Tranquility, Tantrum to draw these two cards. Theoretically, Tantrum could put itself in there. We don't really need to draw those cards. They're just not important. Just Lucky milling a Flurry seems good, so I'll just go ahead and do that now. And weaves need to keep happening. Insight can also draw 2 cards. Drawing Vault and Conclude seems okay. And then, we don't have any mantra, so I think we're just trying to dodge the mantra cards at the moment. So we can, like, Insight to draw these 2, and then Just Lucky to mill the prey. Is Insight wise? We're going to play Tantrum and Vault this turn. So we kind of have hand size problems. We might need to use a Defend, or maybe the Tranquility. But Tranquility gives up a lot of damage, because we want to Tantrum while we're in Wrath. If we're going to play Tranquility, we're probably playing Rushdown too. And these cards are good. We do want them. Alright, I guess the line kind of depends on where the Tantrum goes, so let's find out. Okay, it is next turn. Probably want to scry at least 1 card so we can get to the next Fasting. Prey seems like a good target. Oops. And then what? We can draw these 2 cards and use the Strike. If we do that, we shuffle, which we actually don't want. Oh wait, we do want. We want to get, I guess Flurry's getting shuffled, but Weave isn't. Yeah, seems like that's the case. Okay, so we'll keep Weave in hand through the shuffle. And let Vault do its thing. We need to clear out a little bit of hand room, so Defend goes, and then we Vault. Okay. Fasting Weave, Fasting Tantrum, Weave, Third Eye probably kills Donu. Let's do the math. So it'll end up being, this will get 8 extra damage per thing, so it'll do 22 times 3, which is 66, which leaves him at 25. Weave will do an extra 8 damage as well, so it'll do 24. So we have, like, Conclude is lethal. Okay. How much damage does Conclude do? 40. So 40 plus 66 is already there. So let's not waste too much energy. Or too much damage with putting Weave on him. We're going to end the turn with Conclude. So I think we just Defend before that. Clear out some room. Forgot about the Gremlin Horn, so we overdraw for 1. Oops. Okay. We have a Vault, so we are safe no matter what. We could block and, whatchamacallit? Block an exit, maybe. But it looks like, yeah, I guess Empty Fist is an exit, so we could exit. If we exit, he hits for 32 total. We can block 32 with a Third Eye and Evaluate. So that seems pretty easy. Lets us save the Vault. We could also use the Good Instinct instead of the Evaluate. I guess that's not quite 32. Third eye, let's get rid of these dazes. We could also just voluntarily draw the dazes to get rid of them. There's a little bit of rain mist because the evaluate insight could go anywhere, so let's see where it goes. It is actually in the next hand. Okay. Good to know. We're always going to flurry because we're going to empty fist this turn. So let's do that now. Let's see. We want to do a bunch of damage next turn, so I think we're just going to leave the strike and the 2 dazes and draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 these, and then insight can draw more. Sure. Let's get rid of the plated armor. Oh, we're already blocked out. Okay, so we just need to play some cards to clear out hand room, and we should be good. I'll go ahead and develop the safety, because I've got extra energy. Okay. And then we get lethal, presumably. We have rush down, so we need to clear out some hand room for Tantrum. Doesn't really matter what cards we pick anymore. Okay. Oh, should have bracked Happy Flower. Had an opportunity to set that up. Should be on 2. All right. Fasting makes him mad, but it also makes us good. So I think we'll pick that. I don't believe I'm dropping any frames currently. I don't hear my wife talking, so I don't think she's on a call. I think we should be clear sailing. Schmooze. Might be an issue on your end. Oh wait, I do hear her talking. But I don't see frames dropping? Might be an issue with Twitch if multiple people are having a problem. But yeah, I am not dropping any frames. How can you know that Happy Flower on 1 worked out? You haven't seen the drop aisle yet. We'll get to spend a minute looking at this hand, seeing where all this stuff is. Ooh, we get second fasting next turn. That's nice. Let's see. Okay, so we need to block for 23 or find a vault. Vaults do not appear to be available this turn. Yeah, it is my wife's call. I am dropping a couple of frames. It's okay. Fasting lets us block for quite a bit this turn, since it looks like that's going to be required. So it's probably like fasting, prostrate, deceive reality, safety, good instincts or something. Well, we might not need to block for that much. That's a lot. We are not missing energy next turn because we have Artifact. You downloaded Spire this week and beat the heart with Monk. Is there more content that's worth it in your view? In my view, I've spent like 1,000 or thousands of hours on Slay the Spire, so I definitely think it stands up to your attention. I think it's worth spending some time on. Obviously, that determination's up to you. There's lots of other things that demand your attention, so whether or not Slay the Spire wins is an interesting decision. Is streaming my main job, or rather a hobby? A little bit of both. I'm a game developer, and I'm sort of working on a solo indie game. Obviously, with caveats that I live in a society and depend on everyone around to make stuff. The game's also built in Unity, so all the Unity engineers. But I'm the only developer working directly on it. Called Rogue Executive, so it's a roguelike game. Should be coming out in early 2022. So don't get your hopes up for it too soon. It's like a traditional roguelike. And I do the streaming to try and build a community that eventually I want to sell that game to. So that's the dream here. But definitely, like, my profession historically has been like a software engineer in the games industry. So the streaming is definitely a new venture, right? Like, I don't really know how to stream. I've been doing it for almost a year now, so I guess I know how to do it now. But it's sort of a speculative marketing idea from a business perspective. Okay, I think we're playing fasting this turn and blocking out. We're going to have to block for... he's going to hit us for 25. Which requires quite a bit of doing. So let's go ahead and play the fasting and see how to make the numbers add up to 25. Good Instincts plus Just Lucky is 16, plus Deceive Reality is 26. That seems like a pretty good one. And thanks for the follow, Chunksler. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Nice, yeah. Well, I hope that hope that I'm presenting a relatable figure here. If we Just Lucky, we will see this card, and we can get rid of it, which seems like a good idea. Also seems like a good idea to just, like, do damage this turn, because we have marbles. So we get to do some extra damage. So let's start chunking away at this cultist. And then... Let's see, I talked about Good Instincts, but Good Instincts is actually like a super mana-efficient card. And it doesn't seem like we need to be super mana-efficient this turn. So maybe instead we block with, like, Protect Prostrate. We need, like, 20 more. Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable. Let's do that. Because Protect is not as mana-efficient. Okay. We have the second fasting. If we play it, we'll need to block for on the order of 27. If we end in Wrath mode, we'll have to block on the order of 54. 54 is a large number. I'm not so sure that we can't do it. Seems like 54 is sort of within the realm of possibility. I would love to end in Wrath mode so that we can conclude. Clearly I put too much damage into this front cultist. I didn't really think about where the damage goes. But if we're trying to Wrath conclude here, we would definitely be trying to kill both cultists, and we would have done 11 damage more than necessary to this one. Has it come out to 54, so he'll gain 2 strength and go to 27, and then 27 times 2 if we end in Wrath. Fasting is lose 1 energy per turn. It didn't actually... So the previous fasting was free because of Clockwork Souvenir. So we didn't pay the energy price this turn, which is why we have 6 energy. I would like it to be next turn. I think maybe we're just going to conclude without going into Tantrum. Maybe we're waiting on Tantrum. So because just fasting conclude kills this front cultist, and then it makes it seem like I did my math right, because we're killing him nice and precisely. Seems unlikely that we'd kill the other cultist, so we'd probably have to block for 27-34. Seems pretty reasonable. I think I like that plan. 33 is pretty close to 34. I think I'll hold the Good Instincts. And strike this cultist. Oh, right. Gremlin Horn. Okay, now we've got Vaults. Vault to plenty. Flurry of Blows kills the cultist when we're in Wrath mode, so probably that's going to happen. We don't have Rushdown developed, so we don't draw cards when we play it. It would just be another fast Vault, so we're not missing much. Alright, so pretty sure all that's happening. I guess we're playing Vault now? Defend, clear some hand room. Sure. Okay. Just lucky he's doing 22 damage. We've got a Weave, so it gets that too. Sees Prostrate and presumably gets rid of it. We've only got 2 Mantra. We do probably want to set up for Divinity in his second phase. And we are holding Prey, so that's something to consider. Maybe we should block this turn instead of vaulting again. It's nice to hold vaults if we can. I think we might just kill him from here, though. I think we might just, like, triple vault and make him dead. All the third eyes are super late. We definitely don't want to play Rushdown in the first phase. It's not worth the strength. The fastings are, but not the Rushdown. If we do Vigilance, he's hitting for 13 times 3. 13 times 3 is 52. Or wait, no, 42. 42 minus 15 means we need to block for, like, 27 more. So, like, defend Good Instincts, just lucky blocks out. Is it 52? It's, No. No, it's 42. 13 times 4. Oh, it is 52. Yeah, of course. For some reason I was thinking that 10 times 4 was 30, was my mistake. Doing the wrong math. Okay, so we have to block for 52 if we don't want to kill him this turn. Not killing him this turn is appealing because it lets us save the vaults, but I'm not sure that it's necessary. We don't have any card draw outside of Vault. It's weird because I have Frozen Eye and Pyramid, so I feel like I have a lot of control over what's happening in my hand and my draw pile, and like Scry. But I don't know what my objectives are currently, so I don't know what I'm like trying to make happen. I have a lot of control over what is happening, but like I need like a path to go in the future. I think we just kill him before he attacks again. I think that's the path. So let's just Tantrum and see where the next Tantrum is. And then go draw it. Okay, it's here. To draw it, we have to vault, because there's no other draw in hand. When we vault, we would draw these cards. Those seem pretty good. If we skip the Prostrate, we could draw a Rushdown as well. We don't really need Rushdown. So I will leave the Prostrate where it is, and we'll draw that next turn. Only 3 energy left, so now we have to vault. We're actually not drawing 5 cards. I was assuming we were drawing 5 cards, but it's not true, because we have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. So we would only draw 3, so we would skip Tantrum, which I don't want. So I'm going to play Good Instincts first, so that we draw an extra card, and that extra card is Tantrum. Okay, here's the Tantrum. It is 6 cards away, so quite a ways. Now that we have like Third Eye in hand, maybe this is the turn we block. We can like Vigilance, Third Eye, Prostrate, Defend, or something. Vigilance, Third Eye blocks for 31, 42, 53. That seems fine. What is the Third Eye doing? Makes it so that we draw Tantrum next turn, and probably Shuffle. So we'll get rid of, like, Cut and Defend. That doesn't actually make us shuffle. We need to get rid of 3 cards if we want to shuffle. I guess, Well, no, because Cut is card draw, so we can use the Cut to shuffle. So we'll just get rid of the Defend. Okay. And then Cut will skip Evaluate. Alright. I keep assuming I'm going to draw 5 cards, but I'm not going to draw 5 cards. Oh wait, this turn I am going to draw 5 cards, right? Prostrate, Defend is the end of the turn? No. Oh yeah, yeah, that leaves us with 5. Okay, great. Okay. We let him attack. Eruption Tantrum kills. Puts a Tantrum on the top of the deck and lets us develop Rushdown. It doesn't let us see what's in the next shuffle, which is a little bit scary. As a, as a Snecko Eye deck, but not a disaster. We have 3, 6, 9, 10 cards in hand, so we're full. So we won't actually even draw the Tantrum next turn. Unless we do something about it, so let's play some cards to do something about it. If Elliot would put a third insight in the dropout, or a second insight in the dropout. It's a lot of insight. We can't really get stuck with only insights, right? Because the insights, we can just cycle them if they're a problem. So I'll take an extra card draw. I'll hold the Flurry because it's really important that we don't shuffle that away. Also, I can't play it. So that's another reason. Do I hold Tranquility? Yes. I think I want to still be in Wrath mode next turn. Okay. He's hitting for 94. We got a whole new drop pile to look at. All the Just Luckies want to be at the front, but the Weave wants to be later. That's annoying. Flurry's always happening first. Presumably we don't want him to attack for 94, so we're either going to, like, vault this turn or exit Wrath. If we exit Wrath, he hits for 47. Seems like we can probably block for 47. 16 plus 14 is 30. Yeah, we can block for 47. We are 2 Mantra away, that's true. This Prostrate will take us into Divinity if we would like to go. I guess we could draw that Prostrate now, if we want to. Because the Insights draw the Just Luckies, and then Just Lucky can get rid of that Strike, and then the other Insight draws it. It's a pretty decent idea. Alright. Tantrum is nowhere to be seen, down there with Weave. Okay, so this gives us a million energy. And our Flurry back. Starting to look lethal. I'll go ahead and cut through Fate for the Conclude, because that's a way to get lethal. I guess it's not quite lethal. It's a lot of damage, though. This Just Lucky would see a Defend. That seems fine to get rid of. Okay, and then we need to block out and play Conclude. What's the... Who are you raiding? Aquadome Champ? What's going on? Are we raiding Awakened One? What does Third Eye see? Third Eye gets us Weave. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, let's take a Weave. Sure. We don't need that anymore. We're already in Divinity. Or that. And this is lethal. Great. Bye. on to Act 4. What is with the beta watermark? I'm playing on the beta branch. I started playing on the beta branch because Watcher was only out on the beta branch. And then literally the entire time I've been streaming, so like I've been streaming for like the whole year. I've just always been on the beta branch. And then recently there were beta branch changes, so it was another good reason to be on beta branch, but I was just still on beta branch because I always have been. 8 health is available if we want to rest. Or we could upgrade something. Upgrade fasting seems pretty good. I think that's probably worth more than 8 health, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Great. Maybe upgrading Cut Through Fate would have been even better. I don't know. Alright. Can't afford anything here other than Bowling Bash. Bowling Bash is kind of useful in the Spire Elite fight, but I think that I will decline it. Alright, speaking of the Spire Elite fight, bam, here they are. Yep, can't afford Tungsten. Wasn't an option. We drew 2 vaults this turn. We just played 2 vaults, so we've got 6 energy. Pretty sure that's how that works, right? We want to get that fasting, but there's no card draw or scrying in hand. So we're just going to need to draw with Vault, which is fine. I'm happy to draw with Vault. Unfortunately, we've drawn 2 Vaults and a Conclude, so lots of effects that end the turn. We might be able to assassinate Spire Shield this turn. And by this turn, I mean before he takes his first turn. Maybe we could assassinate Spire Spear, too. If you do kill Spire Spear, you do avoid the burns. Which is super nice. And you get to turn around for free. He's got 180 health, though, which is a little bit more than 125. So all things to think about. The reason I'm thinking about that is probably the turn is Eruption Tantrum Vault. And Eruption Tantrum Vault does a bit of damage, 10 plus 24, so 48 damage total. Wait. 10 plus 24 is 34. I don't know where I got 48. 34 damage. It seems like with 2 vaults in hand, we're likely going to get enough damage to kill Spire Spear, and I would prefer to assassinate Spire Spear if I get the choice. But next turn looks pretty weak, so maybe it's not happening. But we get to take like 3 turns in a row, right? Because we got 2 vaults in hand, or 4 turns in a row. 2 vaults in hand, and 1 on top of the deck, and it's currently our turn. So add them up, that's 4. So we might get to draw like all the way down to like here. Unfortunately, that's how far away Weave is. We also have Third Eye to basically draw another whole turn's worth of cards. I would like to draw both of these Weaves at the same time. That would be nice. Or both these Third Eyes, because then the first one can get the Weave and the second one can get it back. I'd like to draw this Fasting next turn. That doesn't seem possible. Okay, so assuming this turn is Eruption Tantrum Vault, we're doing 34 damage to somebody, and then we're drawing these 5 cards. And then we're basically doing nothing. There's like nothing useful to do this turn, and just vaulting again. So maybe that turn is just block out and get ready for the following turn. And then we'd like vault the burn turn. But if we're in Wrath, then he's hitting for 28 instead of 14, which is harder to block. So we're kind of putting ourselves in a position where we have to vault again next turn. So next turn we'd have 5 energy, and still like Defend, Conclude, Prostrate, Vault, as well as these 5. So maybe it would be like Tranquility, I guess we can spend a lot of energy with like Tranquility and Empty Fist and stuff. So we'd be able to get the hand size down, vault again, draw these, play Fasting, do stuff with Just Luckies. That leaves us not in Wrath, though, because we went into Vigilance this turn. Unless Tantrum top decks. I guess Tantrum can top deck. Alright, it doesn't sound to me like we have a good chance of assassinating Spire Spear, so let's go after Spire Shield first. And see where that Tantrum goes. Very last card. Okay, well. Alright, good thing we've got Frozen 9. Alright. So, we could like Empty Fist this way. No, we need Empty Fist to be a calm exit, or else we can't spend enough energy to clear out the hand room to play Vault. And we also need to turn around at some point. Do we need to turn around? Because we're playing these cards next turn, so we can turn around however we want with Just Lucky. So we don't need to turn around now. So we could like Empty Fist, Prostrate, Tranquility, Vault. Let's see, we've got 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so we need to play 4 cards ideally. With 5 energy, so we need to spend 1 more energy than that. And it can't be Conclude, so it'd have to be Defend. Because Deceive Reality doesn't reduce hand size. Or we have to enter an exit column. There is no stance changes coming up anytime soon. Tantrum is the last one, and it's the last card in the deck. Yeah, I think I like the Empty Fist forward play. We actually don't have to play Tranquility. We've got enough hand room to just play Vault now. I guess we didn't need to play the whatchamacallit, Prostrate. Oh well. Okay. So finally, here's the Fasting. And then there's a couple of bad cards for Just Lucky to get rid of. Are we going to continue targeting Spire Shield? Because we can get rid of these 2 cards and then Vault again and draw the 2 third eyes like I said I wanted to. And then use Weave to turn around next turn. So it seems like there's no punish for continuing to target Shield here. As long as we Vault this turn. Are we happy with Just Lucky, Tranquility, Vault? I think we're very happy with that. 4 cards, 3, 6, 9 cards in hand, so that's perfect. Great. Okay, now we have 6 energy. And we have to actually block this turn. We could block for 20 and not turn around, or we could block for 14 and turn around. Seems like blocking for 20 is pretty easy. Evaluate Good Instincts does it, for example. Double Third Eye does it. I think I like Double Third Eye. Kinda. First Third Eye definitely, because it gets rid of Weave and Flurry. And then if we Double Third Eye, we can set up a turn with, like, the Fasting and the Tantrum. Let's see, what's the perfect, like, 5-card hand out of here? It's, like, Fasting, Tantrum, Prostrate, Cut Through Fate, Protect, or something? Fasting and Tantrum, clearly not these. Maybe it's like double defend prostrate. Yeah, protect is actually pretty weak. Costing 2 energy is a big deal because we've got so many stats now. It's just not good. Okay, so we're going to play double third eye and then probably end this turn with conclude. Wait, sorry, was cut through fate in the hand? It's fasting, tantrum, double defend, prostrate. No, cut through fate's not in. Okay. And then this strike this way. Okay. Conclude does 17. It would be nice to do 20 more damage to Spire Shield. Looks like we can't. We're playing Rushdown. There's not much else I want to do. I guess we can set up a safety. And some mantra. Okay. Well, we, of course, drew the burns first because that's how this fight works. And did not manage to draw an insight, so that ended up being a terrible setup. And now we can't even turn around. So we really screwed the pooch here. We were able to see the future and still got it wrong. But we have a ton of block, so we should be fine. 16 times 4 is a lot. 24 plus 40, 64. 64 plus 15, 79. I don't know if we have 79 block. Let's just play whatever the max is. Yeah, it looks like we do not have 79 block, but not far off. Okay. We have 2 insights. What do they draw? A stance exit. Great. That's all I needed to see. Let's go ahead and kill him. And let's see, where's the weave? Weave is bottom deck again. But we can block for 28 here, I think. Let's see where that insight goes. It's next turn very soon. Okay. And I'll go ahead and empty fist. We've got, actually, I'm not going to empty fist. We're already blocking out, so why? All right. Insight draws Tantrum here. Tantrum and Just Lucky. Third, I could get rid of a burn. I don't imagine it matters too much. We've got pretty easy lethal here. Okay. Pantograph right before the heart fight. I'll take it. Meditate is another end of turn card. Seems like too much. Pull up. Pull up's a good card. It's kind of a thick deck, though. I think we're going to say no to Wallop and no to Third Eye Minus. Okay, back up to 65. None of that damage mattered. We did not manage to set up Happy Flower, which is kind of a mistake. We did top deck a third eye, which is amazing. Should be able to use that to get a fasting this turn, and we can. We can almost draw the fasting with the Cut Through Fate. If we'd upgraded the Cut Through Fate, we'd be able to draw the fasting with it. We could draw it with Just Lucky Cut Through Fate, but part of the point of fasting is we play it before Just Lucky, so that's not really a good idea. I'm probably going to play Vault this turn, too. If we'd set up Happy Flower, we'd be able to do Prostrate, Just Lucky, Cut Through Fate, Fasting, Vault, which would be something. But that costs 6 energy, and we only have 5. So we can't play Fasting Vault this turn. If we skip the Empty Fist, when's the next Stance exit? We do have all 3 vaults near the top of the deck, which is nice. Weave is bottom deck, unfortunately, as is the other Fasting. The next exit is Vigilance, but it looks like we can actually get to that. So I don't think we need the Empty Fist, so we'll skip that. And then we'll draw these 5, which seems great. But wait, we are actually not getting to this vault. Oh wait, no, we have a Cut Through Fate in hand. Yeah, we'll get to it. Okay. Alright, so that's that bit. And then we're not Cut Through Fating now. I guess we can just Tranquility now for hand size. And to take advantage of the block. Okay. Alright, we've got Fasting, got Tantrum. We're going to need some block before we play Fasting, or else we lose block to Beat of the Heart. Also, do we want to play Fasting before the Vulnerable? Is a big question. I think the answer is yes. I think I'd rather have 1 energy per turn than block the Vulnerable. But it is worth asking the question. Okay. So let's Deceive Reality to block the beat damage. And then, like, Fasting Tantrum. Sure. We need to block more beat damage. I think we're doing that one with Evaluate to see where the insight goes. It's really late. And then we're just trying to get him... We're trying to get as close to a damage cap on turn 1 as we can get. Since I think we're committed to not vaulting right now. We'll vault before he attacks, but not right now. Seems like we might want to save a Just Lucky for when we have Weave. But I guess the damage against Vulnerable is pretty valuable. Turning that into a Vault. This hand is not great. We are going to have to get rid of those defends. We probably do want to play Prostrates again in this fight. I don't think we want to skip those. I guess we have 6 cards in hand, so we need to play at least 1 more. This is probably going to be Just Lucky. Yeah, third eye's obviously good. Okay. Spend an energy on safety to reduce hand size seems crazy. Alright, where'd the statuses go? We got 1 in hand. 3 soon. The Void lined up with the Happy Flower. They know each other from before. We've only got 2 energy before the Vault that's presumably happening. Since there's no stance exit here. And he's hitting for, what's 9 times 15? 135? It's a lot. Kinda don't think we're gonna take 135 here. Okay, so let's use Prostrates to block beat damage. And also for Mantra. Void exhausts. We're playing a Vault, so we're getting rid of 2 cards. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand. We need to play at least 1 more. That one is probably Third Eye, so that we can set up for the future and not draw like Wound and Defend. Vigilance does seem important. Seems like we need to draw that. That means we would draw these 5. Exhausting Days is nice. Getting a Just Lucky is nice. Sure, seems fine. Do we play a Defend to get it out of hand? Probably should have saved a Mantra if that's what the plan was. Since Mantras do block. We actually might let the Frail wear off before he attacks. we just take so many turns that... Because we could, right? Next turn it'll be down to 1, and then we can Vault again, and then it's worn off, and we can... We're not even vulnerable at that point. Wow. I didn't realize you could do that in this fight. Gotta have a lot of Vaults to pull that one off. Wait, is that not how that works? I guess that's not how that works. I thought that those would tick down, but they don't, apparently. Because they were at 2 last time. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So this turn... presumably you're referring to the common debuffs, like vulnerable, frail, and weak. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't understand the relationship between Vault and those things. It seems fairly important. I'm surprised I didn't know that. I'd like to play Tantrum because it does 36 damage. I think we're going to continue vaulting here, right? Or maybe this is the turn. Maybe we stop with Vigilance. We are about to draw Eruption, probably, assuming we scry at least 1 card. And Just Lucky does that. Presumably we wouldn't want to draw Burn. So yeah, next turn we have Fasting, Eruption, Tantrum if we want it. Probably won't want to be in Wrath mode that turn, but maybe. Okay, so we'll hold the Tantrum, and we'll start with Vigilance here, which means we're not playing Just Lucky, which is probably good because we want to save it for Weave. Wait a minute. No. Because I said I was going to play it to get rid of the Burn, and that's how we were drawing Eruption. So which is it? I don't know. We could just Vault again this turn. If we're going to Vault again, we might as well like Just Lucky and Tantrum and stuff. What would the turn be? It would be like Just Lucky, Tantrum, Vault, and there's like 1 leftover energy. And we would end up taking 2 beat damage. So maybe Good Instincts fills that gap. Just like Just Lucky, Good Instincts, Tantrum, Vault. Leaves 1, 2, 3, 4 cards in hand. That seems okay. I guess I should have done... I guess I'm curious to see where the Tantrum goes. Okay. So it's probably not next turn. Depending on your definition of next turn. Thanks for the follow. Dysart01. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the Vegetable Patch. Alright. So now we've run out of vaults. We've used them all. Taken a lot of turns. The heart has not taken very many turns. We haven't done much damage to the heart. Less than 1 damage cap. But this isn't really a damage cap deck, so I suppose that's not too surprising. Alright, so this is the turn we need to block. So it's going to be like Vigilance, Safety, Defend, Protect, or something. I guess we can't play that, so it'd be like Vigilance, Safety, Protect. Or maybe it's like Safety, Strike, Vigilance, Defend. That sounds like it's not playing Fasting. Which I think is true. We draw this hand next turn, which is not much. We could like play Eruption to redraw the Flurry and then use the Insight to shuffle, which is kind of neat. Alright. Do we even survive this turn if we like Safety, Defend, Vigilance, Strike? We block for 18 plus 9 is 27. Minus the 4 cards we're playing, so 20... sorry, 19. Block for 19. He goes into Calm. Or he stops hitting us for double and hits for 4 times 15, which is only 60. 60 is a lot, though. And we're only blocking for 19. So we end up taking like 40 damage this turn. Doesn't sound great. There's not really a line that blocks for more. I guess Vigilance, Protect, Safety blocks for more. Blocks for 24, 33, and it's only 3 cards. But it only plays 3 cards, so we don't draw a full hand. Which I think is unacceptable. My cat's very upset. But about what? She's yelled and left. I don't know. Flurry costs us 2 health. Yeah, she's mad about something. I don't know what it is. Costs us a card draw, so we draw these 4. It's actually pretty important that we draw all 5. So that we can use Insight to shuffle, right? Thanks for the follow, Envo2020. Appreciate the support. I don't know. This turn looks horrible. Like, how do we possibly survive next turn? I don't know, but I think we needed to shuffle into something good, so I think we need to use this so that we shuffle. Oh yes, we'll just kill him with bronze scales. That's the plan. Well, This is not going well. 69 is nice. Yeah, not being able to weaken the heart and then taking the vulnerable myself means the heart is hitting really hard. And it seems like it's killing us. We needed, like, to play both fastings and get a bunch of just luckies on the same turn to really pull this off, and that's just not what happened. So maybe the line is we need to draw a bunch of cards. So we, like, rush down Tantrum. Or we don't want to redraw Tantrum, so we shouldn't put ourselves in a position where we're redrawing it. So we should play Fasting and then Insight. Okay. We've drawn Vigilance, which is actually pretty good. Deceive Reality's up next, so maybe we can make this work. So it's like Rush Down, Tantrum, Vigilance, Deceive Realities, Defend, Safety. Or, yeah. I don't think it's enough, but I will take a look at it. I believe that's the most block we could have got that turn. Yeah, it's clearly insufficient. Okay. Well, darn. The heart. I never really came up with a plan for fighting the heart. We just, like, were waiting on the Talk to the Hand. The vaults were super nice. And maybe we could have beaten him if we'd gotten both fastings early. But, like, taking the vulnerable, which I think was the right thing to do, and then not having any weak, just murdered us. It's a tough fight. I don't know what to say. A lot of unupgraded strikes and defends. We dug hard for the Ancient Writing event, but didn't get it. Had a near perfect heart deck last night and still took 57 damage on turn 2. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Was it really a near perfect heart deck if you took 57 on 2? I don't know. Definitely you can shuffle poorly. No doubt there. 3 Omnis, 3 Talks. Wow. I mean, that can be good for sure. Fasting is such a weird archetype. I really enjoy playing Fasting because it lends itself to the, like, play a lot of cards and get a lot of block. We didn't see enough just luckies. We only saw 2 the whole run. I picked them both, but ended up needing more. Yes, yeah, it was definitely a bad draw order, that's for sure. But, like, we can't complain too much because we did get 3 vaults on turn 1. We have, like, Frozen Eye, so, like, come on, like, how much control over your draw order do you need? But, like, the bottom deck weave, and really the never finding Talk to the Hand was what killed this deck. Talk to the Hand would have been absolutely insane. If this deck had 2 Talk to the Hands, we would have won that fight easily. But that's not where we were.